Oh, God. Absolutely adore when this shit goes the correct way. And that I have to mess with reactives live as well. It's my favorite.
Oops.
Specifically Storms, I need to put you up a little bit.
Oh. Do I need to change my reactive back?
No. Yours is the correct one. It's just because we haven't done one of these in a hot second. Your old icon is behind your new icon, and I haven't changed it, so...
Oh, yeah, we don't need to worry about that.
Welcome to the Scuff Stream, everybody. How's everyone doing?
There, I changed my old icon back.
Okay, well, we'll have to fix this for the next time we do a dive and whatnot, but...
Yeah, let's just focus on what we have the power over.
Exactly, and I've only got so much power, basically. But yes, hi everybody, welcome to the stream. We have more Scuff as per usual. Oh, goodness.
Scuffy Wuffy.
Yep, it has been a hot minute since we've done one of these, and naturally, it is because I am bad at using technology. But it's okay, we're here now, everybody.
Hooray!
We made it. It's all everything's working now. Finally, just took us a hot minute.
You won't be rid of us that easily.
Correct.
We don't go down without a fight.
I do.
Well, at least Grim's honest, so. Oh, man. Yes, hello, everybody. The Scuff's on my side because I clicked too many buttons, and then I clicked not enough buttons, and then I clicked the right amount of buttons, so. So glad you could join us. Sorry it took us, like, 7 attempts.
It's been a hot minute since we did a dive, so, yeah.
Yeah, we'll delete the other older ones later. That's not a problem for right now. That's a problem for later.
That's a Red Beast problem.
Yeah, whenever Red Beast is eventually here, which won't be anytime soon. But it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's all great. So with that said, hello everybody. Welcome to dive number 7. We've done 7 of these now. Yikes.
Wow.
It's pretty insane.
Wow.
And with having 7 of these things done, like, I went and closed the poll on the submission form because you guys submitted way too many questions this time around. which is fine. We'll get through them all, but God, you put a lot in here.
You absolute maniacs.
Yeah. But
I'm
hey,
sorry, that was just me 50 times.
Well, thank you, Grim,
Grim.
for giving me a
Not
panic
again.
attack.
Grim! Grim, I was the other 5!
Well, damn. I guess we don't really have a stream then. So, good night, everybody.
I guess we really don't have fans.
People... Oh, please. It's all just my 47 alt accounts all watching at once.
Oh my god.
I'm just on the loosest Fox machine, just like typing all these people on me.
Exactly. It all works out. I'm glad that we established that. But yes, for those who haven't joined us for a dive before, what we go through is we have a nice little Google Drive form that we submitted earlier in the week for people to take a look-see at and be able to submit their questions that we will be answering directly on here. As for the dive itself, we go through the questions that are submitted here. We go through any questions that are sent in via donation, as well as talking to members who are, I believe, part of our $5 tier and higher Patreon that can join us to ask 3 questions of their own.
Hell yeah.
If I recall correctly, it has again been a hot minute. So if you are indeed one of those patrons for us, feel free.
I
to
can't believe you
join
were
us-
right.
Feel free to join us on the in the stream waiting room, and we will plop you in a little later down the line if you have some questions to directly ask us that were not submitted in the form. Also, if you hear any huffing in the background, that is my dog having a field day right now.
Oh,
It's a good boy.
It's a good girl, yes.
Oh, good girl.
the goodest.
Ah, your good girl and my good girl would be best friends, mark my words.
Definitely correct. So, with that said, I figure we should get started with answering the first couple of questions, which is actually relevant to what we had just talked about. This is a question from Kamo, and Kamo asks, what is the group's favorite dog breeds?
Oh, perfect.
Nice. Who wants to go first?
I feel as though I'm bound to say Golden Doodle, because that's my dog. Though I have a huge soft spot for the Golden Retriever because of Shadow from Homeward Bound.
Oh. Good
Who is-
choices.
The wisest of the dogs. Like, Shadow, wisest of the dogs. My dog, Bailey, a little fucking criminal. She knows she's cute and she can get away with war crimes.
I mean, if you've got it, use it, you know?
Correct.
Yeah, fair. What you guys?
Let's see. I would say on my end of things, I've been through I've had a various number of dogs over the course of my years, but I will say my current tie stands between dogs we had a while ago, which was English Mastiffs, giant, adorable, drooly lads, and my current dog that I've got with me here, which is a German Shepherd.
Aww. Oh, I almost forgot. I just want to quickly add on to mine. The Swedish Velhund, which is a goddamn wolf corgi.
Excellent. You said it's called the Swedish Villain?
The Swedish Velhund.
The Vilhund. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's like Velhound or something. I don't know what it actually translates to, but it's just husky plus corgi.
Ah, there you go.
Incredible. What about you,
Leica,
Bryn?
your thoughts?
I'm partial
go
to like a Saluki, or a Borzoi because long,
Understandable.
freaky looking.
Long noodle dogs.
Yes, they're also very sweet.
They disguise themselves as sleep paralysis demons, but they're made out of love.
Exactly, you get it.
And Grim?
The Cerberus.
The Cer-
I get 3 dogs in one.
I get 3 boys. I can pat them, and they're all good boys.
Hell yeah.
Maybe like I forgot what's like a case hound or something like that. They're like a really fluffy, medium-sized dog breed. Like was it Samoyed? Samoyed?
Oh yeah, Samoyeds.
Yeah, like it's similar to that one. I'd pick Chow Chow, but Chow Chows are just known to be very mean, but like I've been around good Chow Chows, luckily enough. So I'm all around there. Australian Shepherd is still kind of up there, but like I think it's dropped by like 1 over the years since they need a lot of energy and stuff. Like they need like big like barn size houses and shit, I feel.
Oh, definitely.
So you know what? I'll just pick a Pomeranian.
I'll do it. Like Missile.
Yeah.
Palm.
My Palm was here a second ago. Now he left. He left me
Fair enough.
because of my butt dial of the game.
Oh no.
He's like, fuck that. I'm out of here.
Well, I hope that answers the question for you, Kamo. Our next question here comes from Metado. And their question is actually related to the Alderman one-shot. So if you haven't tuned into the Alderman one-shot, maybe go watch that and then come back. It'll only be a couple of hours. You'll be fine.
There's no angst at all.
Nah, none whatsoever. It's all a happy-go-lucky dream sequence.
Alderman just skipping through flowers.
But the question is, how did the previous Digi-Destined react to Divertimento? Did they have to stop themselves from laughing out loud at his voice? So
I love what Red did with Divertimento.
Red did some very good stuff with Divertimento. So when it comes to Divertimento, I would say that Divertimento was a problem in the server that the original admins found out about before they started messing with it. They were essentially like, we were given this, now we need to see where the problems lie before we can kind of do our own thing. So basically, with Divertimento, before they had like essentially established area leaders, and the place was kind of like a lawless wasteland, Divertimento was, in theory, king of the mountain. Until he wasn't. Things were resolved very quickly when Divertimento didn't have the army that he wanted, and all of the admins kind of just kicked the door in and said, no, stop that.
He had like one Mojimon as his army, and it left him on the battlefield.
That said, I would imagine at least a couple of the admins laughed hysterically at Divertimento's voice before taking him any level of seriously. But he was indeed
buy Divertimento one shot.
You stop that. I don't need any more of this.
I just imagine like Mon just talking the biggest shit to Divertimento, then getting smacked by one of those ice pops.
Right.
Munchie will love those ice pops, though.
Oh yeah, no, Munchie would have no problem dealing with Divertimento. Divertimento would just be like, I am out of weaponry, and I must flee. But I will return to make this place a frozen wasteland. Goodbye.
The frozen lands will follow me wherever I go because the womblands are stinky and you are all stupid. That's the voice I give Bailey sometimes.
Correct.
Very good.
Wow, it was very similar to the voice that Red used. I wonder why.
Yeah.
But,
Yes.
But yeah, our next question comes in from Delta, and they ask, in relation to the information revealed in the Alderman one-shot, how would Strikedramon react to the fact that he most likely evolved into a virus type at some point in the past?
Excuse me?
Yeah, one of the things that we found out, which we talked about during the Alderman one-shot, is all of the previous admins had different ultimates for their partners. And Strikedramon specifically digivolved into, I believe it was Gigadramon?
Yeah.
Or
it was Gigadramon for Maojamon and Telomon for Terriermon. Alderman was the only one who was the same. Wisemon for Magimon, and Balmon for Impmon.
Okay.
So essentially, Strikedramon ended up becoming Gigadramon, or I think it was Megadramon, one of the two, the purple one.
Yeah, that's Gigadramon.
Yeah, Gigadramon. And
Best not tell
Gigadramon
him,
is a virus, so if Strikedramon found out, what would his thoughts be?
Best not have him find out.
How about we don't and say we did?
He's He goes from he's just Vegeta staring up into the rain.
But maybe the answer, if he did know, he would be very ashamed of himself.
Be like, I can't believe this. Me, the destroyer
You
of
would-
viruses. I became
Another
the one
guts-
thing I swore to destroy.
Another guts theme moment for him.
Oh, absolutely. If we didn't have to deal with copyright law, I would be having that button like on press. Just press F. I would just press 7 on the numpad, and it would play for 5 seconds.
Hell yeah.
But no, that's a very good question. So thank you, Delta, for that one. Our next one here comes in from Jagger96. Been a while since we've heard from them, and their question was, will we see more enemies that the admins have previously defeated? Kind of like Piedmon or Dipenmon. When it comes to previous enemies that the admins defeated, which let me just type in the question for the most part. When it comes to them, I don't know if I have anything planned for current game, just because, let's face it, we're in the end game, people. We're in final phase. Like, I can only introduce so much that isn't like callbacks or like payoffs. If I start introducing new shit now that that you guys haven't interacted with before, it's gonna be like, well, Nick, how complicated do you have to make this fight?
It'd be a thing of like, oh yeah, cool. This would be fun to interact with like 10 sessions ago, but we want to hit the big thing now.
Exactly. Now that said, when it comes to a campaign 2, there is a potential that at enemies that the old admins dealt with make a return and have very, very vivid thoughts about those previous admins.
How dare you?
It's certainly possible, so keep your eyes peeled for that when we eventually get to that. Because I have been thinking up ideas for campaign 2, and boy howdy, it's gonna be fun.
Yes, Wold. Digi-Destiny is getting an O2.
Yeah, we're getting our O2. The only difference is, at least to my knowledge, it's not gonna be like Adventure O2, where the original cast is there but doesn't do anything.
That's right, people. We're playing 3 characters.
Now stop that.
No, I have no actual say on what happens. Ignore me. I'm just here to be a funny monkey.
I'm just a silly little guy.
I'm just a silly little guy.
But if you're talking about funny monkeys, I believe that's Leica's department.
You're right.
What?
Mon.
As the voice
Mon
of
speak.
Mon.
Oh, no, that's true. I forgot about that for a second.
You're like, hey, what? You're like, I know I'm funny, but why am I funny today?
I was like, what are you talking about?
You're like, Nick, you didn't prep me on the script. What are we on about?
Leica, canonically, the most powerful Digimon in the verse.
Correct.
Sorry, guys. I actually blacked out through that whole session, and my body was just possessed by the spirit of Monmon.
It's
so
like Shaggy.
I have no recollection.
I had to use 100% of my power. Wow, it was that draining from you? Never said 100% was my max.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
That's low.
But yeah, that's the idea on things for going into O2 on stuff. Our next question comes from Ika, I believe, or Ika. And their question is, to all of the Digimon partners, if they had a chance to Dark Digivolve, what do you think that they would become?
Evil.
Alright, moving on. I would say let's go with if they were to turn into an ultimate that was evil. Let's go from there. So, Storm, if you'd like to start us off.
I mean, there's not really a lot of options for Terriermon outside of Lopmon's Dark Evo line. So I would want to say Antilamon Virus, or possibly say Black Rapidmon. But Black Rapidmon's not really a evil variant; it's more of a stealth variant. So
Fair.
I think inheriting the Wendigomon line would be the most apt in that situation.
Fair. Zoe, your thoughts on things?
Well, so I'm already kind of Lady Devimon.
Right. I mean, you could go more monstrous and less ladylike.
I suppose I'd have to look it up. Give me a minute. Grim, you go, and then I'll
That's
I'll get
fair.
back
Grim,
to you.
your thoughts on if instead of getting Umbramon, we got something else on the dark
I
spectrum?
mean, Umbermon's pretty, on that dark side. He works under the dark armies. I would think that Umbermon is the dark form. I mean,
It's
On a
Umbramon,
scale
but
of
the head is replaced
upwards.
with Munchie.
maybe if we were talking about design wise, maybe his normal version might look more intimidating than his the current form, which is remnants of what he would look like if X antibody was a thing
Right.
in this game. Maybe opposite, like lighter. Like maybe
He
what would his
becomes
good form-
Angemon.
Yeah. Maybe like a light shadow monster, so just maybe try and go reverse from the darkness and
Okay.
just do like a pure light kind of thing.
I bet that would be his
Because he's
his dark
original, I'm
Digivolution.
not sure. Oh, sorry, say that again.
Because that would be his dark Digivolution, that he goes to the light.
I mean, it's like I already think he's dark, but you're talking about like darker in that. I mean,
Like,
Essentially,
more
like if they
sinister,
digivolve for
a
the wrong
corrupted.
reasons. Like, for example, when Greymon became Skull Greymon.
Like if he had a corrupted form that was more feral.
that's like asking what Armageddonmon's dark evolution gonna be. That's where it's kind of hard asking me that.
No, that's
Like,
fair.
Oh no, it's Chumon.
More edgier. Like,
That's fair. I mean, there is like, God, what's that one Digimon? It's like, it reminds me of Devimon, but it's got like a bunch of like cursed seals on its body. Based on like the Chinese zodiac, I think. Not like the original 7, but like it's like Zhu Kueimon or some such. I don't remember it exactly.
I think I know what you're talking. One of those new ones that just came out.
Yeah, one of those
right?
new ones that came out a few months back. Like I don't recall its
from
name
New
to save
Century.
my
Yeah, the
life.
one with those Chinese talismans on it.
Djangmon, that would be it. Yeah. I believe.
Djangmon? How do you spell that? Like J?
Like Dijang. Oh, it is a mega, but fair enough. But still, you understand what I mean. Like, I think that would be a pretty interesting idea for, like going into that.
Yeah. Yeah, I still think it's a little rough, I guess, overall for Umbramon. I think he's pretty close to that dark side of evolution. He's just a wacky form. I think if you saw another Umbramon that wasn't as carefree and fun, it might be a lot more nasty, I feel.
It has 2 eyes. No eye patch.
We see a version of
pure
Umbramon
evil.
that essentially uses Munchie as a weapon rather than like as a separate entity.
Yeah.
Campaign 2, next commission, legally distinct Umbramon, just to piss us off.
The difference is that the chain like that is connected to Munchie, Munchie is just Umbramon's head this time. Like he's consumed his original form, so Munchie's in charge. Yeah, I think that would be about it. As for the others, like I'm not too sure. Like for Wizardmon, we could look into maybe
Oh yeah, Wizardmon. Fuck, I forgot about him.
Yeah, what about Wizardmon? What would his dark
Probably do-
evolution be?
Probably Ballmon, to be honest. Cause
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Possibly Ballmon, possibly. Yeah, Ballmon's kind of like the go-to in this. Oh, if I can make a recommendation for Impmon's Dark Ultimate for you, Grim. Loudmon.
Oh god. Oh, from the thing that
From
came
the
out
new
for,
Imp.
the
Oh
comic.
no!
Yeah, it's
Stop.
dark form is rock and roll.
No.
That's why it's the Dark Timeline.
Just Growlmon.
God dang.
Fine, that's his dark girl. You got me.
Yeah,
There you
it's,
go.
the dark timelines that goes into
There you
the
go.
comic.
All right, guys. Umbermon doesn't exist. Goodbye.
Yeah, but I know.
No! I was just shitposting. I'm sorry, my boy.
God damn.
for Wizardmon, also Phantomon.
Oh yeah, Phantomon would
Oh
also
yeah,
work.
that's right. That would really walk.
Yeah,
wouldn't
Phantomon would be
it?
pretty great because it keeps like the rags kind of going,
Phantomon, yeah.
turns the staff into a scythe. So yeah, works out.
Yeah.
I think Red, because of how much of a fan of he is of the real lore, possibly Chimeramon as a Dark Evo from Strikedramon, but
Yeah, that'd be pretty great.
but I don't think that he would go 1-for-1, knowing him.
Oh no,
He's
it'd
normally
be
more
like
creative.
it'd be a different hodgepodge of shit. Like, can you imagine Chimeramon,
Maybe.
but it's like made of bits from everyone else? And
Ooh, maybe Manticoremon.
Oh, Manticoremon could be working.
Yeah, that would be like I can see Strikedramon becoming this feral monster in Manticoremon.
Fair enough. Like any thoughts on your end after doing a bit of digging?
I found a little guy.
What do you got?
His name is Ware Monzaimon.
Waremon Zaimon?
Yeah, he's like a big
Right.
evil teddy. I posted
Oh,
him in
War
Yeah,
Monzaimon.
that one. Yeah.
It's the version of Monzaimon that's just a panda basically.
Oh no,
Does
it's
that
not.
have a
it's-
new one?
No, that's Shin Monzaimon, I think.
Yeah, Shin
hold
Monzaimon's
on.
the mega. Then War Monzaimon is the one that's like black colored and it
Yeah,
Yeah.
looks like its stitches are pulling out, sort of.
he's just a guy.
He's just a guy. He's just got a red cape and he's evil.
And a claw.
And a claw. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
it's part
just
of the theme.
Yeah, he's a little bastard teddy bear. So Salomon would go from dog to nun to evil plushie. Oh my god, he even has Sonosuke Sagawa's Aku on his arm.
Yep.
Evil.
Evil.
Absolutely, just a menace to society. I suppose while we've got his image on here, what do you think that Sunflamon's Dark Digivolution would be for Diogo?
Ooh.
What's an evil
Back
plant?
to my wiki page.
What's an evil plant?
Boncho.
Hold on.
Oleamon? Oh,
Parrotmon.
Oh, Parrotmon becomes a bird.
That's a new Digimon.
Parrotmon
I'm
could
just
work.
kidding.
Imagine it turns into Cherrymon.
Oh my god.
But instead of
Go
it
put
being
on
a
your
wise,
roots, go stand tall.
instead of being a wise old man, it's just a crotchety old woman who's just like, "Well, I say, boy, get off my property."
Oh my god. What is that, Grim?
It's a new Digimon from like 2022, I think.
Oh
What's
dear
its
God!
name?
Oleamon. OLEA Mon.
Oleamon. Interesting. Okay.
Okay, let
I might
me
be
get
saying
the...
that wrong, but
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah. Oleamon, ultimate level, a carnivorous plant.
Oh yeah, that would do it.
Oh, yeah.
That would definitely do it.
oh, she's got a there's a face in there too.
Oh,
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
I don't
that's
like
kind
that.
of it.
Oh yeah, Grim. Fucking Neo Devimon would be great.
Well, yeah, the Neo Devi, the one who's like, because it's not Dan Devi. That's the one that's got like 4 arms or whatever.
Dan Devimon is like the mega.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that kind of covers for the most part, at least on the Dark Digivolution side. So thank you for the question, Nico.
Okay. Yeah.
Our next question actually came in from donation, so we may as well go over that one here. And that is a question from Botluck Productions. Botluck here. Have you considered crossing with the other RPs, or would logistics be just too much? It would be far too much. As much as I would enjoy getting involved with any of the other like stories that you guys have put together on things, it'd be a little difficult to balance out with getting anybody on stream. It's hard enough to get guests on stream like Weasel. So trying to incorporate other RPs, like while it's great,
Also players.
Yeah, also players. Like in theory, it would be fun. In practice, very difficult to do.
It'd be fun as like a novel-esque thing, or if it was read over, kind of like a audio drama thing.
Yeah, it'd be a lot better on
that's
that end.
different.
Yeah, like if it was
Yeah,
something
'cause-
that we like just made a video on versus a live stream, very easy, a lot easier and more feasible to do versus versus doing this.
Or you split the players from each one, and so it wouldn't be everyone. So there's that too.
Completely fair,
So,
yeah.
but that's still not a full thing, I feel. So
Yeah. I mean, adding a whole other party to the party we already have is like so many PCs. Like,
Exactly.
from
and each
hearing
one of those people playing too.
yeah.
from hearing from other people, when you get like past like 4 or 5, you barely have a turn. Like you're
Oh,
just
fully.
sitting there, and you're not gonna pay attention if it's getting just really kind of mechanical with fights. You know, you get your phone, you're just like,
Yeah.
it's your turn. What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You start
I have-
stacking your dice.
I have a party of 7 as at my home game, and I
Oh.
try my damnedest to keep everyone engaged.
That's rough.
What I had to end up doing was kill initiative and just go like, okay, you guys roll, I roll, whichever side rolls higher goes first. So all the PCs go first, and then my enemies go.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Yeah. I've
Let
played
them
in, like,
synergize.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, that was it. Just saying, like they get to like synergize their attacks better.
Hell yeah. I bet that makes it a little bit easier for you to balance combat too.
So far they've run nothing but surprise rounds on my bad guys.
Damn.
That would do it.
So a lot of my NPCs are taking the alert feed all of a sudden.
I
Well,
mean,
dang.
sometimes
How
you gotta do that.
convenient.
They're all just like really anxious because they know that people have been getting jumped, so they're like suddenly all very on alert.
Or I gotta throw like 6 beholders at them.
Well, you could do that.
I mean, to each their own. Ugh. But no, very
Behold,
good question.
to ask.
Good question, Botluck, but unfortunately, yeah, can't make it work. Our next question, though, which is actually a very entertaining one for a lot of you guys, is a question that doesn't. We don't have a name associated with this one, but it's still a good question regardless. Where in the internet does everyone think Piedmon currently is?
I think he's in 4chan.
I was about to say 4chan too.
It
What
just
is
makes the
this?
most sense.
You know,
This is worse than hell.
He's just shitposting worse to make people upset.
Like, yes, I will go to Reddit and the fuck is this place?
Yes.
Tries to go to Reddit only to end up in 4chan.
Buy stocks of GameStop. GameStop stocks.
Oh my god.
He was behind that.
I like to imagine he would absolutely just post outrageous shit to start people getting mad in the comments, and he'd just be like, and now we watch the chaos unfold.
I love the idea that he ends up on the like some of the crazier boards and is like, "Whoa, even I'm not this diabolical." Like,
What kind of hellscape is this?
He ends up on Am I the Asshole on Reddit. And he's like, the fuck?
He ends up on Am I the Asshole on Reddit, only to just respond to every one of them saying yes. Like, no, like, just not giving a reason, just saying yes.
incredible. Oh fuck, that's really good.
It's
energy.
pretty funny.
He's going to D&D horror stories taking fucking notes.
I do love that everyone thinks that Piedmon is in the internet and not free in like the wide digital world. Like he's out doing stuff on like various other areas, like messing with the Metal Empire or like doing stuff in the area of like the nature spirits and things like that. But instead it's just like, nah, he's on Reddit.
He's
just
in Ohio.
there. He's in Ohio.
He's in Ohio.
He's every IT tech right now. Just on Reddit looking for answers. He was every IT tech during the CrowdStrike incident.
Oh my god, but imagine Piedmon posting on Am I the Asshole, just being like, "These kids invaded my house, so I tried to kill them."
These kids invaded my house and I tried to get them to leave and then they pulled a gun on me. Am I the asshole for pulling my own gun on them?
Red got back to me about the Strikedramon Dark Digivolution.
Yeah,
D's nuts.
that sounds about right.
Oh.
These Nutsmon? Yeah, oh my gosh.
God damn.
Yeah, not gonna lie. I think his low OP, he would kind of wipe the party even when we were mega. But
Okay.
yeah.
Seriously, I want to make a custom form called Deesmon. And I want to make that line so cool.
Oh god.
Oh, actually, Red just pitched me Sealsdramon.
Oh yeah, Sealsdramon. Which I believe isn't
Yeah.
Sealsdramon a
He's the black
He's
like
the-
Black Ops kind of one.
yeah, he's a
Yeah,
champion.
he's D
still.
Brigade. Yeah, he's just pitching him as like
An alternate
dog-
form.
a dog champion of like cold, emotionless killing machine.
Instead of Monodramon being the happy-go-lucky boy that he is, into the angry murder machine, he becomes a soulless murder machine.
Because, you know, we can all imagine Strikedramon skipping through flowers, like, let me tell you about my best friend.
And then we've got Sealsdramon, who, you know, cuts the music off.
Yeah.
Was hiding in the plot of flowers and a thing and just like snipes him and then goes back in.
Just like securing target. It's like, whoa! Sealsdramon, calm down.
Also, I'm sorry if you can hear me chewing. My DoorDash finally arrived 20 minutes late.
Well, thank God it
Oh my
arrived,
God.
so that way you don't starve.
30 minutes late.
At least you got it, and it was the right thing this time, right?
Correct.
Yeah, they got my order right this time.
Thank God.
DoorDash came like 30 minutes before the stream started, and they dropped off the wrong order. They dropped off different and like a weird flavored chip and 2 coins of ice cream, and I did not order those.
Finders keeper.
I mean, you're not wrong. I didn't throw it out.
Well, fair enough. I suppose we should go on to our next question here, because we got a few donations that came in for it.
Oh, nice.
First
Oh,
one
boy.
is coming in from World, and they said, if the Digi-Destiny's Digimon were able to Digifuse, who do you think would be the most compatible, and what Digimon would they become?
Oh man, I do not know a lot about Digifusion. That's not a season I've watched.
Does someone want to run that by me?
I mean, it's not like DNA
There's-
Digivolution,
There's
unfortunately.
I got the best example. There's a season of Digimon where they stopped doing like conventional Digivolution and started being Power Rangers and combining the Digimon like Megazords.
Oh, okay.
So who would be the base, and who would be a good additive to that base?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I like to imagine Impmon just holding a Gatling gun from Gargomon, like, now this is firepower!
Like there could be an argument made for any one of our Digimon.
Absolutely. But I'm not too sure who would be, like, I guess the
would be the
most
Shoutmon.
compatible, at least when it comes to, like, trying to fuse together. I guess that would work based on, like, personality-wise. I guess in that case, technically speaking, Impmon and Flamemon would have the most compatibility, given their rivalry.
Hell yeah!
Dark Flame on.
Hell yeah!
I like to imagine it would be like a Flamedramon, but instead of the blue and red, it's black and red.
Mm-hmm.
Like Dark Flamedramon. Be pretty nice.
Blaze-Dramon.
That or who else has been, like, at least dynamically for partners wise connected in some way?
Ooh, Systemon and Gargomon. The rookies are both dogs, and they become sharpshooters when they digivolve.
We're absolutely forgetting about Sister Monodramon. We forgot about that art that was made.
Oh shit, that's true.
It's just Monodramon wearing the fucking maid outfit, just the nun outfit with the gun hands.
Oh,
It's
fuck.
such good artwork. We completely forgot about that. That's the best Digifusion right there. That one.
Okay, yeah. Monodramon.
Whatever, yeah, Monodramon and Sistermon Noir. I look so pretty and so deadly. Grim, do you have any thoughts at all, or no?
I mean, it'd probably been the Flamemon and Impmon one.
Personally, I like the pitch of Gargomon plus Systemon Noir. And just have like the ultimate sharpshooter.
They turn into just guns.
Gotcha.
Hell yeah.
Oh, they did apparently mean. I'm just reading in chat now. They apparently did mean DNA Digivolution. So
Oh.
not
So
the
it's champions.
I guess if you wanted to fuse champions, or if you wanted to fuse the rookies, which could still work. So I mean, still makes sense. But
In that case, yeah, Agunimon and Dustmon had like so much potential as like DNA Digivolution partners, I feel.
I think
because
somebody
of-
actually
Yeah.
made artwork of that.
Yeah, they did. Who joined us?
Okay, so
You get out.
You have to you hit go live. Oh, shit, I'm kind of late for that, aren't I?
Glad you could join us.
I thought you were someone else entirely.
Red, I
Yeah.
don't mean to alarm you, but we're going
Uh-huh.
to need to delete about 4 different fake live Digi-Destiny videos off the YouTube.
Can I just say, Leica? That's Leica, right? With the that's Leica.
Yeah.
My current state of mind is your icon.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm still at work. It's one of those.
Oh no.
Oh my god. Godspeed.
You're Ben Affleck too?
Yeah.
Bitch, that's Keanu Reeves.
Is that Keanu? Looks like Ben.
Yeah, no, that's
He can
Keanu
be
on the
both.
bench, isn't it?
That's Ben.
Yeah, that's Ben Affleck.
That's
I'm
Ben
pretty
Affleck.
sure
What the
that's
fuck are
Keanu
you
Reeves.
talking about? Keanu Reeves?
This is devolved into nonsense.
Know your memes.
Oh god.
Well, that's it, Leica. You're fired.
Shit.
Well,
I felt like I was wrong for a second.
man, we've been gaslit
She said
so
it with
hard.
such confidence.
God damn.
That's my superpower.
Wait, guys,
Yeah,
have you ever seen Keanu Reeves and Ben Affleck in the same place at the same time?
that is very true. I don't
I
think we
can't
have.
say that I have.
So it's possible that they are just the same person, like Batman.
Nah.
Couldn't be true. Just no.
Oh my god, Ben Affleck is Neo.
I can do it.
No.
Uh,
We're going to bad territory now.
yeah, let's wander off of this one. Let's instead go to the next dive question here by Nicholas Black, who donated $5. And this is a question for everybody else and not for me. For the players, what are some of your favorite voices that Nick has done?
Hmm.
The one he does for Nickmon.
Yeah, that character that hasn't shown up in game. Yes.
Yet.
Don't put a yet on that.
Yet.
I'm
Yeah.
obviously biased, but I think it's Salomon.
Yeah, I gotta agree.
Firstly, I just want to say, Nick, you cannot deny it. Nickmon Hunts Mega is going to be the BBEG.
Oh
I have
right,
flowcharts and everything.
like the Chaos Nictramon that we had
Yeah.
that was made by it was Alec Reef who did it, wasn't it?
Yes, I believe so.
Yes.
Yeah, Alec Reef commissioned it from Carlo, which still a beautiful piece of artwork. The entire line, by the way. Thank you again for that.
You can find that on the wiki.
Yeah, it's there. It's sitting there waiting to be used.
I think my favorite voice that Nick did, and it's mostly has to do with the character, but Floramon.
Yes,
Oh.
these
stupid
idiots are here.
It's so good.
Grayson, man with the 20 brains. Hi, how you doing? You are stupid.
You are
stupid.
You have no brain.
My stat sheet says otherwise.
What are you talking about, you stupid?
Doesn't Floramon also have a D4 in brains?
Which makes it funnier. Floramon is an idiot and only just knows to call other people stupid. That's their only insult in the fucking book.
I mean,
And
guys,
empty.
she's objectively right.
Salomon is the smartest partner in the team. It's like it goes everyone else, Playmon with a D6, and then Salomon
I
with
think
the
Monodramon actually has a D6.
Does
I think so.
I think Monodramon is above the bare minimum smartness.
Listen, all I know is that the only characters I get to play have D4 brains. I think even Stingmon had a D4 brains.
Yep.
Wait, was Dipenmon smarter
I
than
think Dipenmon was actually very smart because he was supposed to be a guy that could make plans to take over the world and throw it into a cascade of ice. I'm pretty sure I gave
Oh my
Dipenmon a
God.
D10 or a D12 in brains.
That kind of
Oh my-
ambition
Wait, hold on.
forethought.
Was Dipenmon the leader of that organization?
Yeah, he was in charge.
Oh my god. I did not know that.
You played him.
I just started
You
saying
thought
things.
so many things.
I thought he was the general.
Not even like the guy in charge.
I think that Penmon was like the squire, but he just failed upwards enough into being in a position of power.
Not power.
Suddenly, I am in charge.
Also, chat. Sorry if I have potato quality mic. I'm still at work and I'm using earbuds.
Yep. So be wary of that. He may have
Still
to leave for
technically on air.
emergency. But yes.
Holy fuck, you weren't kidding.
Yeah, he's smart.
No, there's 4 fucking streams.
Oh yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, I goofed. I hit the button too many times.
No, Nick, I know exactly what happened.
Yep.
We had a little bit of an oopsie daisy with Piedmon having invaded YouTube and commenced with Scuff.
Now, for what it's worth, Chase showed me what this was because this happened in the behind-the-scenes stream. I can show you when I get home.
Oh, excellent. Thank you, because I don't want this to happen again. But yes. So, so Salamon, Floramon, supposed Nickmon appearance. No one's gonna say Meteormon? I love that boy.
Oh my god, Meteormon, yes.
Okay, I'm just going to sum it up by saying all of the partners.
All of the partner Digimon.
Not gonna lie, I was destroyed when Meteormon died.
Yep. Did
I was
that
like,
on purpose.
No.
Yeah.
He was the best of us.
Here's the thing, I was so destroyed, I forgot they respawn.
I mean, yeah, he currently doesn't
Like,
have
we're
a voice as
never gonna
Tumblemon
see
right
him
now, so.
again.
I didn't know they respawned, so I was devastated.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah!
I mean, it depends on the canon, actually.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Digimon
Yeah,
Gamers
and-
does not have that.
Yeah, in the first 2 seasons that we abridged, they respawn. In Tamers, they don't.
Rest in fucking peace.
Oh, yeah.
And like some dog shit goes down in Tamers.
No.
I know you're watching
Oh,
the
yeah,
game right now. I highly recommend Tamers as your next Digimon series.
Very good. Thank you. I'll start torrenting it now.
Correct.
We can hook you up.
Yeah, they just have.
Have you watched Ghost Games?
I need to. I need to start watching a
I
lot
haven't.
of Digimon. So
The 20?
I
Not-
need to
not yet.
get around to it. It's
Stop
on my
telling people
list.
to watch other seasons. We're not even watching the newest ones. All right?
We said after.
She was already watching it, sir.
Can't stop. Can't stop the Ghost Game groove. Okay.
yeah, I'm just imagining right now, just like if Ghost Game has one fan, it's Grim. If Ghost Game has no fans, Grim's dead.
No, I'm sure it's great. I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, it's a fun season overall. I mean, I recommend you guys watching it. I know it's not the same storyline as like Tamers. That's why I wish it was, but still,
I mean, don't get me
it's
wrong.
fun overall.
With slowly getting through 2020, as soon as 2020 we finish that, we're going through
Skip it.
watching. So
Well,
we
dude,
are in
we're at the
episode.
final stretch.
We're in episode 50. I always finish what I start.
Every time we're
my
watching
guy.
Ghost Game, I put a random episode 2022 just to see if we should binge it with the group I was watching Ghost Games with. Every time it's like, no.
Dude.
We played one random episode, just maybe the light was there. No.
Okay, listen. The Burgermon episode is actually amazing. But I remember that we got the episode with the famous Gabumon crucified meme, and I was like, this would have been the perfect time for him to digivolve to Metal Garurumon. But I'm not going to nitpick until he actually digivolves. They probably have something better planned. If not, I'm going to be pissed.
Right.
Then we got to the episode where he digivolves to Metal Garurumon. I was like, oh wow, that was a letdown.
Shame, right?
Atmon's actually a good one. I need to watch that one. I watched a random episode. I was like, wow, this is pretty decent.
Yeah, it gets a lot of hate, but I'm just like, I haven't seen it yet, but it's like it can't be bad, can it? It's like, come on, I'm gonna give it a shot. That and Fusion.
Fair. We should probably move
And
on
we have a
to-
lot of questions. Yeah.
we have a lot of questions to get through. Most of them are like donors, and then we've also got people in the stream waiting room. So let's get the next donation question done. We'll do a couple of questions, and then we'll pull in our first person into the stream waiting room. Okay?
Sure.
So our next
Man, you
question.
guys have been slow without me.
We've been trying, okay? Like I have 55 questions to get through on the docket, and we're on technically number 7.
Oh my god.
So some
People
of these
keep
might have to be
donating.
speed run. So we'll have to figure it out.
All right, let's go.
So our next question here comes in from donation via My N Adventurer. And their question is, we know the original Digi-Destiny had different ultimates, with the exception of Aldemon. to our Digi-Destiny. So that makes me want to ask, would their megas have been different? And if it's not a spoiler, what would some of them have been? I can't say what their megas would be because it would be a spoiler, but I would definitely say that, yes, their megas would absolutely be different. Because
that's
they
cool.
want to be different.
Could we? Do we know what Aldermon's mega would have been?
Probably would have been Emperor Greymon. Or Kaiser Greymon, or however it is fucking said.
I prefer
Depends.
Emperor Greymon personally, but yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, that definitely would have happened on that end of things. But as for everybody else, you'll have to wait and see. I guess I can, technically speaking, talk about some of the other admins. More specifically, I can talk about Jordy, good old Stonehenge, and what Meteormon's mega would have been.
Rip.
It's
And
gonna surprise the heck out of me.
Meteormon's mega, in my brain, I've got two ideas in mind. One of them is, I think, a really cool answer. And
Two
the other
Meteormons
one-
in a trench coat.
that would have been funny. One of them I think is a really cool answer. The other one I think would be like, it would be a shock to the other admins. The first one would be, people have made this, like, I've seen this artwork all the time for the most part, but like Quartzmon or whatever it's called, like the version of like Gotsumon that is like made out of space dust.
Like
Like
Cosmic Mono.
Yeah, or like Cosmic Mon, like that version of Meteormon would be great. Like going into for Mega, because one, the rocks become sharper.
Prismon.
Yeah, Prismon would be great. Just the idea of like this galactic version of Meteormon. However, the idea that would really surprise everybody, which was the initial thought process I had going, Boncho Golemon.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Like, he goes from being this tiny little guy the entire time of his Digivolution until finally he's just like, fuck it, I'm growing up now. And he becomes the biggest motherfucker out there. So that's an idea, but we also know that the old former admin, or former leader up in the vaccine planes was a Boncho Golemon before it was initially taken over by somebody else, and then eventually the Boncho Trio, and then eventually good old Gaiomon. So... But yeah, that's my thought process at the very least. As for the other Digimon, we can't really tell you. Sorry. Technically, you already know what Simon's is.
I mean, what would Hagurumon become if Simon wasn't a douche?
Machine Dramon.
Goes from Andromon to Machine Dramon. Because Andromon was his
Becomes
ultimate,
more
so
evil.
He just becomes more... It's worse, guys. Oops.
Oh no!
Turns out this is the good timeline.
Oh no!
Turns out we
no.
saved it after all. But yeah, that's my thought process on that. So thank you to Mine and Adventurer for the question. We'll go into the next couple of questions here on the forums, and then we'll grab our next person in the stream waiting room. So our next question, Red, you can technically answer this with me a little bit. Person doesn't have a name associated with the question, but it is, did Daipanmon actually know about Lucia, or was he just spouting bullshit that ended up being true?
I like to think that he saw Lucy heading towards the, because that base was the underwater like research lab or something. Like it had a purpose before.
Correct.
So I like to think that he saw her heading there and just like she's walking towards the beach and he's like, "Fuck you, hey you, fuck you."
Oh no, she definitely wouldn't have been walking to the beach. Like she likely would have been like transported there, and so probably would have seen her like limp body and would just be like, "Yes, the admins are down. Fuck you."
It's like, "Haha, I shall attack you now." It's tried to struggle and maybe hobble. It was like, I like to think that he kind of knew Lucia was there, but all the other details, he was just bullshitting.
Oh, absolutely. So I guess our next question here comes in from Bronze Knight, and their question is, if you couldn't have used custom Digimon for your Digivolution line, what would you have used in its place? And I assume this is more going towards, I guess technically in the realm of Magimon, but also in the realm of Umbramon.
Do you want to go first?
Sorry, I was trying to look at some messages. What was the question?
If you couldn't use custom art for Digimon, what would you have gone with in the case of Magimon and Umbramon?
Well, the original idea would have been Balmon, but I didn't want to do that since we have Wizardmon on the team. So that's a lot rough. That's really rough because they've been two magical characters type of thing. And
Yeah. I saw a lot of people
Reiner,
speculating that you were going to go Dark Knightmon, actually. What do you think about that?
that would have been interesting, possibly. I definitely wasn't looking there at all, unfortunately. But that would have definitely been one other thing if I was really looking into the Duskmon kind of side of things.
Don't get me wrong. I think like the dice fell in the best way for that. But like people are just curious. I think Chase mentioned that Ghostmon was something he was considering for a bit before he found out about Magimon. But I can't recall that with clarity.
I think
I mean,
Ghostmon was the idea.
Because
why is
before I was Magimon, so
Right.
because Wiseman was considered briefly for his ultimates. That's why you mentioned that Lucia did have Wiseman. So when I was like Penmon, I decided to let's drop this as an Easter egg that there was a brief consideration of Balmon.
Yep. So, and that's what we ended up doing is initially I had written down what everyone's like evolution lines were. And then upon later consideration, I was like, it would make more sense that everyone's ultimate was different. So I went back and changed some of the document stuff for the admins. So that way their ultimates...
Because you mentioned that it was... Yeah, because you mentioned our ultimates would be tied to character growth. Like our specific character growth.
Correct. So it makes sense, at least in that end of things. Like, for example, with one of the admins, Spin Sylph, who was Terriermon's partner beforehand. After Gargomon, I wrote down some info on her for Spin Sylph. She was just this, like, happy-go-lucky, adorable little ball of sunshine. So for her, it made sense that her ultimate would end up being Antilamon, like the good version.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So just like this absolute just like total Mimi-like character is my brain. Again, the original version of Mimi, not our abridged version of Mimi who carries a gun and is always packing. But
that is, I can see that now that you mention it, because I was wondering for the longest time how someone could get like someone other than Grayson could get Rapidmon, and I couldn't. Like that makes so much sense.
Yeah, exactly. And then we go into some of the others for the most part, like with Monodramon. Like after getting into Strikedramon, the way that I had it with Dragon Abbey was that she was just this little like angry ball of angst and got very emotional about what other people would think of her. And so when she hit her basically her breaking point on things, that's when her mega became Gigadramon, because she's just like, all right, anyone who's got a wrong opinion about me or has some things to say about me, I now have the manpower to back it up via this dragon with missile tits. So
I love Digimon Ed's obsession with missile tits.
Oh yeah, it's great. There's at least 3 of them.
There's Mel Greymon, Andromon, and Gigadramon.
Correct. But yeah, that's what the idea would be on that end of things. So I hope that answers some questions.
Hell yeah.
Our next one here comes in from TMK. And this is kind of calling me out, and it's very valid. The question is, will the elemental gems ever be explained about what they do? And I did describe them in the moment when they were initially bought and when they were used. I don't have them written down in the document. The reason why, one, I'm bad at updating the document. I'm very busy with other shit, so it's unfortunately very difficult to do. But for 2, those gems were experimental items. Like, they were not built to be consistent items. They were built under the idea of like, hey, we're trying these out and seeing how they work. So they haven't been perfected yet. Going into campaign 2, I'm going to start making a few more like items for use in battle. And those elemental gems will be perfected to the point of like, hey, here's consistently what they will do across the board. So when that happens, I'll update the document. It'll be up there ready to go for everyone.
Did you update your icon to be Keanu?
Yeah, I did.
Are you trying to gaslight us that it's always been that?
What are you talking about? It's always been Keanu.
Wait, why are we bringing this back up?
Because I just looked
Guys,
over.
we have a stream to do.
Yes.
Oh, they changed. you can't hide from your mistakes, so.
No, it's Keanu now.
I can't believe that you did it only because it was Keanu.
Yeah.
You thought it was Keanu?
Focus, you fucks.
It's always been Keanu. What do you mean?
It was always Keanu in my heart.
No. Oh my god. I thought you just liked the image. I didn't think that you liked it because you thought it was Keanu. That just makes it. Oh my god.
I'm so sorry that derailed us.
That's
I thought
fair.
it was-
I'll move
Oh
us
my
on to the
God.
next question here, which is
Thank you,
technically
Nick.
a
Oh my
three-part
God.
question, and I shouldn't answer it because it's a three-part question, but I can answer this very, very quickly. This is a question from Kapau, or Kapau, K-A-P-A-U, so I apologize if I mispronounce your name, but they technically have a three-part question to ask me. The first one, any plans to add slide evolution to the rule sets, as well as armor evolution? Slide evolution, if you're going from one partner to the next, like champion to champion for the most part, I would say it would be half of what the normal cost would be for that evolution. So if you're normally supposed to be spending 6 tokens to go into champion, you'd be spending 3 to slide over. As for armor evolutions, that's an item usage I would consider. And honestly, in my game, I would consider it like the right circumstances have to activate for it to be used. And it would be a one-time use item. Like, I would not make it a consistent thing. Armor evolutions technically fall in a weird outlier category. So I would basically make them a Deus Ex Machina tool.
So, if you don't mind me jumping in on this. So, for example, if Magumon would use the Egg of Courage to become Flame Wizardmon,
Yeah.
that would be a consumable item that would be used up after the one-time use.
Correct. And that Digivolution would fade after the battle ends. And that egg would essentially, much like a Dragon Ball, shoot off in a direction.
Gotcha.
Kind of like with how they treated the
Egg of Miracles.
Yeah, so it would be a one-time use and it'd be like, gotta go. The second part of this question was, how would biomerging work? Combining the dice from the player and the Digimon, things like that. I would say it would be based off of when you go into like a Digivolution on that one for biomerging. Instead of upgrading one of your dice, you can replace one of the dice values with like your partner's dice value. So for example, if your player character has a D20 in brains and your Digimon has a D4, you could replace the D4 with the D20. So it would be using that instead. It's like, oh, I'm using the best of the abilities of my human partner in this new Digimon versus just upgrading the dice. And then it would be regular evolution rules as applied. The difference would be that you only get one turn because both characters are in one now.
I personally feel as though that should also be kind of restricted to Mega because of how Tamers use them.
Correct. That's how it would also work for that end of things. So, because
Yeah, I
biomerging
agree.
was never a thing until like Mega. So, keep it as a capstone thing.
Yeah, I agree. Biomerge makes sense more as a final form kind of thing. As
It's kind of it kind of represents the pinnacle bond one could have with a partner.
Correct. And then lastly, the third part of this question, to all present, drink some water, because talking makes you thirsty. We'll do that. I'm currently having a drink right now. It's not water, but it's a drink.
Liquids.
Liquid. Liquid!
Stay hydrated.
Correct.
Hydrate or dihydrate.
We'll get one more here in the dock before I'm able to pull our next person in from the stream waiting, okay?
Yes.
So this question here is from Elijah, and their question is, what are your opinions on Digimon Universe / Appmon? Never seen it, so I don't have a strong opinion about it.
I have not seen it, but I'm open to it.
Same. Seems harmless.
Seems like it has the potential to be.
Oh, but no. I do have one opinion about it.
Yeah?
Some of the designs they go with are sick as fuck. Like I think that's where I saw a design for War Greymon that has like faint wireframe and data code along his body, and it's like that's sick as fuck.
Yo, that's pretty nice.
Yo, I think I know that. Yeah, I remember that now.
They definitely took some risks, and some of them paid off, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, seems pretty okay. Graham, your thoughts?
I already said I'm very interested in watching it. I really enjoyed one episode I watched, which was way later in the show. So like potential spoilers, but I think I've forgotten about them by now. So
Gotcha. Fair enough.
I just remember I really enjoyed it.
All right.
I just remember this one character dying. He probably wasn't important or anything.
Yeah, it seems not very important. You know, death is usually never an important thing.
Yeah.
Not even once.
Pretty brutal how they just murdered him in the streets.
Not an important character, though. That said, I'm going to go ahead and bring in our first guest here in the stream waiting room. So give me one moment here, and we'll move them along to... Where are we at? Here we go. There we are. Hello, Blue.
Hello.
Glad you could join us.
Hello.
Hello.
I have my usual 3 questions. 2 of them are mostly directed towards Nick, because they're more of lore-based questions.
Fair
If
enough.
that's okay, if they're not too spoilery.
If they're not spoilery,
Okay.
then I can answer them. If they are spoilery, I will let you know.
Okay. First off, how long were you holding on to the Chekhov's gun that was Sammy's skates being able to actually heal her illness?
Oh,
Like, how long have you been planning that for?
well, it wasn't the skates that was the illness, it was the vaccine code. And yeah, I've been sitting on that for a hot minute. And nobody used the vaccine code ever since it was used the one time on Wendigomon. So since then.
Oh my god. And... my
Jason,
second
you
lore
bastard! You're supposed to be the smart one.
and
I've been
yet-
wanting to like talk to like investigate that sooner, but we had more stuff to do.
And yet, an impulsive creation of fusing the vaccine chip or whatever it was with the skates somehow ended up being a Chekhov gun that no one really paid attention to.
It was really the code more than the skates.
Correct.
Yeah, but if there's the
It was
possibility
the
that
code.
if it wasn't merged with the skates, they probably would have tried to use it on another corrupted Digimon. Thus, Sammy would not have a cure. Thus,
Yeah, would have been real rough. It would have mean Sammy goes back to the real world, and it's back to hey guys, can I get an oxygen tank, please?
I think Jason probably would be able to remake it once we figured it out.
Yeah, probably.
True.
No doubts.
Second lore question is, who were the previous leaders of the Static Desert and the Vaccine Plains? Since you mentioned that there was someone there was Bancho Golemon, there was someone before the Banchos, but after Bancho Golemon, and Phoenixmon kind of hinted that they didn't know who High Andromon was, indicating that they knew who the leader of the Static Desert was, but it wasn't High Andromon.
Right, completely fair. So I would say when it comes to the vaccine planes at the very least, it was Bancho Golemon who was initially in charge and he was kind of do everything on his own. After Bancho Golemon was defeated, I want to say that it would be... God, who would be a pretty decent size on when beating Bancho Golemon? I guess, hey guys, any thoughts? Because I don't have anyone initially off the top of my head. Cool, just put me on the spot, guys, and don't answer the question. Thanks. Really says, fuck you, Nick, do it yourself. God dang. I'm out here trying my best, and everyone's just like, nah, let him out to dry.
Well, on the bright side, you could definitely wheedle down the list to being megas, because that seems to... Ostamon's being the exception because he's an ultimate that's as strong as a mega.
That's fair.
But
you know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say that the person who beat Bancho Golemon, Victory Greymon. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say it was Victory Greymon, and then Victory Greymon got beaten up by the 3 Banchos teaming up together.
So it went a Bancho, a Greymon, Banchos again, and then...
A Greymon again, yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, very, very nice division of leadership there, everybody.
A reincarnation will never end.
Yeah.
It's like a
It's
wheel.
a trend.
That's how it's gonna go. As for the Static Desert, the thing about the Static Desert is I fully believe that because of the way that the place is set up, the only real livable area of the Static Desert is the underground. Which means, as a result, That place is essentially just like a small safe haven more than anything else, whereas the larger desert was very much so just, again, there's the wasteland, kind of figure it out on your own. So I want to fully believe that for the most part, there really wasn't a leader of the static desert per se for a very long time until Hyandramon took over when they were doing all of their big planning stuff, but just never announced who he was. Just was like, hey, we actually have somebody who's going to take care of the wasteland that is the static desert. Gee willikers, who is it? I don't know, but it seems important.
Yeah, that's the problem. If like the leader never shows up, anyone could claim to be the leader and no one would bat an eye.
Correct. So really, it was more just Hyandramon being like, if I don't say anything, I can kind of do my own thing and not worry about it.
And then the last question is just a fun one. I don't know if you could incorporate the Digimon into this, but for the tamers, if they ever had the opportunity to cosplay as something or someone from anything, who would they possibly cosplay as? You can incorporate the Digimon if you can or want to, but I feel like it would be hard, seeing as some of them, like, it would be hard to.
I mean, Terriermon's already walking around as Terriermon assistants.
That's true. But I would say otherwise for the players and things like that. I mean, Grayson knows anime, so Grayson could absolutely pull off some stuff.
I think Grayson, I think he would try a Full Metal Alchemist cosplay, but just use tinfoil for the automail.
Oh my god. Powerful energy.
It's pretty adorable.
Because he would just try to DIY it, and like, it would be decent, but it would be like, yeah, good effort though, buddy.
I mean, we already know what Sammy would do.
Yeah, we do. She already has like a fucking zombie cat onesie.
Yeah.
Definitely. For
Like,
sure.
that's the extent of the cosplay, is just wearing a onesie and being like,
It's just
Ryder,
wearing
look,
a
more
onesie.
memorabilia, spend money on me.
Yeah.
Why do I get the feeling she would try to put, like, zombie cat merch on Salamon? Like a collar or a dog t-shirt or something.
Oh my god, I could see it. It's just Salamon wearing the onesie that is like clearly too big. It's like been rolled up as much as possible, but he still steps on the sleeves.
I like to imagine that Sammy just puts like a cat cap or like a dog cap over the ears for Salamon to be like, look, now you have cat ears. Now you're a zombie cat. And Salamon is just there like, I care about this one. I will do what I must.
Do it for the kids.
Do it for the kids.
I also like to imagine Sistermon Noir would do a pretty sick Bayonetta.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I feel stupid. I forgot Sistermon Noir basically is humanoid, so you could just put her in any cosplay.
Correct. Grim, what about Reiner? What do you think he would do for cosplay?
Just in general?
Yeah, in general, like if he was going to go to a convention.
Soma cosplay.
Yeah, that would work. That would work.
From Shokugeki no Soma.
Yep.
I could see that.
I could also see like Ryu from Street Fighter.
Yeah, I mean, probably. He's watching like the Dragon Ball Z and all that, so he's probably like more shonen
Right.
kind of guy. So yeah, either Soma or Goku.
Or Goku.
Goku.
If he was cosplaying Soma, doesn't that mean he would just challenge people to a food war? And they're thinking, oh, it's just a joke. Reiner's not joking.
He never jokes.
He'd pull back the apron and you would just see like bottles of shit that he could like make on the fly and be like, why are you not prepared? A chef is always prepared. Let's see. What about ER? Red, what are your thoughts?
What would ER cosplay?
Yeah.
Full body cast.
I was about to ask if he just shows up to the con like, hey guys, great mummy costume.
Yeah.
He's that one fish from SpongeBob that's in a full body cast and going over a really sad backstory saying like, my bones are made out of glass.
I have paper skin every day.
Yes, exactly. That's what people
I
think.
break my arms.
That's what people think he's cosplaying, but it's just like, oh no, I was hit by a semi truck.
on the way
Oh my
here.
God.
Otherwise, I feel like he would also, like, lazy cosplay. Oh, I'm Tony Hawk when he was younger.
Yes. And then he get kicked out of the con for doing sick tricks on his skateboard.
They'd be like, sir, please. Please stop. You can't cut the line by grinding. But yeah, I hope that answers your questions on things, Blue.
Yeah. Honestly, I was half expecting someone to say Terriermon would just cosplay as Lockmon.
That'd be funny. I fully imagine Terriermon just wearing, like, a Lopmon onesie.
Aw.
Excellent.
It's like when I was seeing you in college and we went to the Halloween party as the other twin.
Yep.
Oh my god.
My God.
Oh wait, even better, he's wearing Wendigomon cosplay saying, I'm cosplaying my sister!
That's adorable.
Well, that's all my questions. Hopefully this goes good for the rest of the night. This a lot of good questions. I can't talk tonight. Good answers, and hopefully that kind of helps with the wiki thing.
Oh, most definitely. For those who are in charge of the wiki, again, thank you so much for helping us out with continuous.
I'm looking at you, Alec.
For real.
Shout out to Alec.
Shout out to Alec Reef. That guy's good. He's good.
I like you, awesome.
Okay, bye guys.
Have a good
Like,
night,
I know you
everybody.
changed your profile picture. I know you did. I saw it
Give him the
change.
ball. Give him the ball.
I don't know what
Get him
you're
out!
talking
Get him
about.
out! Get him out of here! I suppose we'll move on to the next set of questions here. The next question here is from Ender, and technically it could be a follow-up from one of our other questions, which is, if you guys had to choose one of the NPCs in-game to replace your Digimon partner, who would it be?
Ah, hell.
Oh, interesting.
NPCs that would replace them.
So essentially, any of the characters that I have played or that you guys have played in the guest one-shots, who would be like your character's replacement partner if you didn't have who you currently have?
Penmon.
God damn it.
You know, he's
Well,
purple,
You
so
can play him though.
Oh shit.
Indeed. It is a conundrum.
It's pretty good. Pretty good. Storm, your thoughts?
I don't want to be predictable and go Wendigomon just because I have Terriermon. But, I mean, Datamon would vibe pretty well with Grayson.
That's fair. Datamon's pretty neato. I like him. He's fun.
Can I be OP and say Monmon?
Cheater.
You're That's like saying, "Hey Nick, can I get a ring of 3 wishes, please?"
But you're not allowed to digivolve.
He doesn't need to.
Exactly.
fair.
That hasn't played. Maybe Huckmon, because that was one of my alternate options.
Hackmon would be great.
I knew you were trying to say his ordinary name.
Yeah, I continue to scuff it every time.
It's a good scuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably say that. I had to think a lot farther. So right now, just so that we have all these other questions at the same
Right.
time.
Leica?
Probably Meteormon,
Yep.
actually.
Hell yeah.
Already
Give me the mayor of
besties.
King Candy.
I love that guy.
He's so adorable. I miss him. It's a shame he'll never show up in game again.
Oh, don't say that.
Not on my watch. Starts like
Oh my
doing
God, dude.
CPR at the Tumblemon.
Steroids.
Oh wait, I have a fix for this.
Oh yeah?
Eeyore, how many of those black
Yeah.
chips do you have under your beanie?
Oh yeah, all 32 of them.
Oh no.
Yes,
Oh, no.
feed them to Tumblemon. Let's get our boy back.
Oh well.
Oh, dude.
I-
It's a suppository.
Oh no.
Well, his mouth is also where his eye is, so you know.
Hmm.
Be careful with
Ooh.
that.
Oh, it's like the Parasite from Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah.
Down, down, down by the river. Live in a van down by the river.
Fair enough. Our next question here comes from A Inc. And their question is, if the Vandals had crests, what do you think that they would be?
I don't know. What
Oh yeah, you didn't watch
Oh
Adventure.
yeah. So in typical adventures, there was like this whole thing where they each got a crest that was assigned to virtue, courage, friendship, knowledge, love, sincerity, reliability, hope, and light were the core 8.
Okay, cool.
So if you choose one of those or make up your own, I mean, feel free to do whatever, but thoughts on what would essentially lead to your ultimate Digivolution?
Yeah, they were
What
used as
crests?
like jumping stones to get to ultimate.
Oh, sick. Okay.
So which one? Okay.
If you've got an idea.
I feel like which. I feel so kindness really rings true to ER.
Very true, yeah. I mean, given the fact that he's done the talk no jutsu twice.
Once successfully, really.
It's sort of, kind of, yeah. I mean, it worked with the Bonchos a little bit, too. Granted, you weren't like...
That's the one I'm referring to.
Well, hey, what about the Numamon?
I mean, I was rewatching the episode. I was like, man, they're talking a lot of shit for shit. Why did ER feel bad about these guys?
Because, unfortunately, ER is a victim to the whims of fate. Just likes to be a good guy.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the list, and I like Crest of Miracles because it's a miracle Sammy's alive.
Fair enough.
Fair. Very fair. Storm, any ideas?
Well, it would be tempted to go with Destiny because that's how Terriermon on with Digivolves. Crest of Knowledge, which is very fitting for him, but I also really like the Crest of Hope. Just as myself, I consider myself a Defiant optimist, but so that crest has always really spoken to me. But I think for the sake of this, I keep dancing between hope and knowledge for Grayson. Like hope, knowledge, and courage because he started out as a coward.
Right.
So like, I always dance between those three. I think right now I'm going to land on knowledge.
Alrighty. Grim?
If like, I guess the close thing, like I was thinking, like if there was a crest of protector, but that also
Well,
maybe
not
kind
though.
of falls in line of courage too.
I can see.
Who I know as that.
Yeah, I can see courage or reliability, definitely.
Yeah.
Was either courage or love for him?
Yeah, love's
Yeah,
pretty
that was-
good.
Aw.
Reliability could also. Who has that? Joe.
Yeah, Joe.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
Joe.
was Joe's.
You own buddy Joe. Hi.
It was a dubism though. He had sincerity and Mimi had purity in the Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which I like.
I want the
dub
crest of-
version.
The joking one was crest of Boncho.
Hunter has the crest as these hands.
I'm sorry, that's
Ryder, what's
mine.
your crest? Left, right, good night.
He has the crest of 1, 2, 3 floor.
There we go. But yeah, that's a good question on things. Our next one comes from Drill to the Heavens. And they say, hey all, currently on session 29, hopefully my question isn't outdated. How do you think Astamon would lead the virus swamps? Do you think it'll be better than Piedmon?
We're gonna have to go kick his ass again. No, I'm sure he's gonna do fine.
Yeah, I'm really hopeful for Astamon. I actually want to know what his mega's going to be, since all the other leaders right now are megas.
I mean, he will have to essentially become one, otherwise he's going to face a lot of scrutiny from the rest of the swamps. Because it's going to be like, hey...
I can see Gaiamon being the only one to back him up, because like, hey, he was installed by my friends, I gotta back this guy up. Yo, Astamon, come to my dojo.
Yeah, we'll train you. We'll make you cool as hell. I mean, yeah, well, Belphemon would
What's
make
his name? Like
sense.
Bephemon? Sleep
yeah.
mode?
Yeah, Belphemon sleep mode, which would be the idea.
Belphemon. It's like Digimon stats like, ooh no.
We need to pick a different one.
Oh no, God, we put a demon lord in charge of the swamps. That's a problem. We went from a dark master to a demon lord. Oops. So, I mean, yeah, there's potential for his leadership in the swamps, but again, he's yet to be tested. So he's only just picked up the role. It'll take some time before he's able to kind of come into his own. But yeah, we'll get there eventually. We'll see how he does. Maybe in an epilogue, we'll see how he's doing.
Hell yeah.
Sweet.
Alrighty. Our next question here.
The epilogue is 18 seconds long, and it's just all four kids and Digimon just kicking the shit out of him.
Just like, please.
Is that
JoJo
JoJo
style.
gif?
Yeah.
Exactly. The
It's
joke
just
gif.
that. Our next
But
question
with
here
all
comes from Ashjan. And their question is, if the Digimon were able to drive Vanmon anywhere, where would they go?
away from the beach.
Have to agree.
Just not there. Anywhere but there. Please and thank you. It's proven to be bad news bears. Just look at Daipenmon. I think it'd be funny if they were just like, alright, we're going to the virus swamps. Shrekmon has to be out here, I swear to God.
Oh my god.
Strikedramon is
They
just
said he's
on
out
the-
here.
Okay, so just to quickly...
Strikedramon's just
confirm-
on the hood of Vanmon like fucking Mad Max.
Yep.
Amazing.
I'm just imagining Wizardmon on the van, just like old Mickey Mouse cartoon. The van goes underwater, he stays perfectly on it, goes under, comes back up when the van comes back.
Yep. Just unfazed.
And what was the question? If the humans or the Digimon could
If
drive
the
van?
Digimon were able to drive, where would they take the van?
Right, if I may
Oh,
make a
the
suggestion
Digimon.
for Terriermon,
Yes.
away from the crime scene.
Into the vaults.
Into the vault, yep. Ah.
I think Magimon would drive to Stuart Pasternak to put on a street magic show in front of his office.
I know
Gather round, and behold a whimsy!
I know where Salamon would drive.
Well,
To therapy.
Yeah.
And would just be like, alright, everybody get out.
No!
Nobody gets out. Digivolves into fucking Lady Devimon. Alright, get out.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Right away. That'd be fun.
Incredible.
Our next question here comes from Nautilus. And their question is, if you're able to say, what would be the in-training stages for each of the Digimon partners? Storm actually made a thing about this earlier.
Ah, allow me to pull it up. I put it in the Digi-Art area.
Correct.
Let me go ahead and scroll up a little bit.
Now,
Wait,
only
no,
some of these
chat.
are really, like, confirmed for the most part from everybody. Everyone kind of just said, yeah, sure, this works. So it's
I'm
not
in the
terribly
wrong
locked
art
in.
channel.
But
There
it's-
we are.
Oh, are you in the general Digi-Art?
Yeah. I believe, like, going off the canon ones, Terriermon is Gummymon.
Yep.
Monodramon is Hopmon. Itmon
Yep.
is fuck, I forget what Itmon's one is called.
little bitch.
No. Itmon
all right,
is
folks.
Yamon.
We're clear,
Yep.
folks. Thank you. Be well, be safe, and have a good evening.
I
Bye-bye.
can hear you.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
I know, I'm on air.
I know.
Fair.
Salamon is
you guys all
Nyanyamon.
just helped me make live TV. Thank you, guys.
Wahoo!
Yeah, add that to your resume, chat.
That's right, everybody.
You did,
Add
chat.
that to the resume. Helped out with live television.
Floramon would be Tanamon,
Yes.
and the big outliers would be Magimon and Flamemon. I feel like Flamemon would be Demi-Meramon,
Makes sense.
and yeah, because he's a little ball of fire.
little puff
and
ball,
Chase-
yeah.
Yeah. Chase actually made a custom in training for Magimon called Capmon.
Which is just the hat. It's just Bodemon
Yeah,
with
it's
a
just,
hat.
Yeah, it's like a Bottomon with an oversized hat. If you want to take a look at it, it's in the art chat.
So feel free to give it a look. And if you're not able to look into that art chat, it's because you're not on the Discord. So feel free to join the Discord over at the Schmuck Squad, and you can continue the conversation there with a bunch of other things, where Digi-Destiny stuff, but also everything related to A Bridge Alliance, Grimjack, and the Schmuck Squad.
I just went ahead and pinned it.
Huzzah! But yes, that would be the in-trainings that we have in mind for things.
Heck yeah.
Let's see. Our next question here. Unfortunately, I had a hard time reading this, and maybe you guys can help me out with reading this too. Because I read this earlier, and I may have been like, I think I might have crossed some wires. So I'm going to read it word for word what it says, okay? This is a question from Welsh, and the question says, a question from Welsh and Soda Bunny, mostly Soda. Can we hear Terriermon say, "You come to me on the day of Grayson's birthday. What is your offer? You have no offer? Well, say hello to my friends Terrier and Tornado, but say it specifically in an Italian mobster voice."
Red, can you say
You you have to copy it into chat, and you caught me just as I was about to break down to go home.
Ah, I see. Fair enough.
So like that came at the perfect time.
Exactly, yeah.
I was worried that Red was going to say this in front of his coworkers.
Ah, that would do it. Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, I didn't think about that.
Red just gets a call from HR like, yeah, so what the fuck?
You can't threaten to tell your tornado your coworkers.
Yep.
But
Red,
I wanna.
I sent you the message directly of what specifically to say. I guess when I read this initially earlier, I didn't read it as like a quote, and I thought I was having a stroke mid-read.
Okay,
That's
so
just a voice request still.
You come to me at the day of Grace's birthday. What is it you offer? You have no offer? Well, say hello to my friends Terrier and Tornado in an Italian mobster voice.
Thank you for saying in an
I love that
Italian mobster voice. I appreciate it.
I love that you tried with Terriermon's voice, but with an Italian accent.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Our next question here comes from...
I'm sorry, I have to interject for 2 seconds. Storm, can you kick me from the call?
Ah,
Sure, we'll
do it. All right, bye, Red. We'll see you later.
Kick.
There we go. And now he's reverted to his younger form, his form that is less destroyed hoodie. But our next question comes from Pantstall, and this is a question for me. It says, what happened to the previous Digi-Destins Digimon that were part of the adventure program the admin set up? From what Lucy said, the humans were sent home with vague to no memories of their adventures, but what happened to the partners? That is a very good question. So when it comes to the adventure program, and the way that it was supposedly set up, it was at the end of that adventure, like the vague recollection of that adventure would have like kind of stayed in their mind. So any lessons they learned would have like kind of been retained as a just general like feeling, and anything that they would have had memories wise, they would have more considered a dream. As for their partners, you have to understand they considered the current server that they're on basically a sandbox, meaning as a result they can kind of reset it as they need. So they would likely have just reset the server back to what its previous form was before the adventure happened, meaning those partners that were established for them likely would have lost all memory of that incident because they would have been reverted back to an old save point. Was the memory deleted? Probably not. It's probably sitting around there somewhere, meaning if those Digimon saw their old partners again, then likely those memories would have welled up from deep within the server's area because they weren't deleted. But for the most part, those Digimon partners would have forgotten they were even, like, hanging out with humans. So, which I know is very sad, but that's the way that they ran things, because you have to understand, when they started this program, they were young. They started doing this right after saving the world from the Y2K incident. They did not do this into their 30s. They did this when they were getting out of their teens into their early 20s. They are not smart. They were kids. They're very much idiots. They didn't think of the grand repercussions of doing something like this. But you have to understand that them in their current age, as most of them gave up the idea of being admins, they gave up the program too. Because of a very certain incident that was like, hey, we can't let this keep happening anymore. Because if we keep doing this, one, it's just wrong to be doing this and continuously wiping people's memories. But two, we had an incident that got way more out of hand than we initially planned. Maybe we should stop doing this. And so they did. Hindsight is very 2020. That is correct. Our next question here comes from Zodiac Damien. And I guess I don't really know a lot about this, so maybe you guys can help if you guys played any Sonic games, if at all. Storm?
Yes.
So, apparently, if Extreme Gear from Sonic Riders existed in the Digimon canon, what do you think everybody would ride as, like, their board or, like, hover thing of choice? I don't know anything about Sonic Riders, so I wouldn't have an answer for this. I've never played the game.
Oh, man. Sonic is not my go-to game either.
Apparently the options are like a board, a bike, skates, a yacht, a wheel, and just a ride, whatever a ride entails.
I think Grayson would choose like the bike option.
We know what Sammy would choose.
We know what Sammy's choosing.
The
Yeah.
yacht.
I think
Yeah, obviously.
Correct.
Give me back my rank, you asshole!
I am so sorry, Red Beast. I am so sorry.
I'm
So,
on and I'ma kick your ass.
so can I give context for the reason for my murder?
Sure, why not?
So when Red asked, "Hey, kick me from the call," I was like, "Sure, Red. I kicked you from the call." I get a text message from him a
Kick me
minute
from
later.
a lot more than that.
I kicked him from the server by mistake.
Oh no! Oh shit.
Oh no. Well,
I am currently reassigning you all your mod rights. I am so sorry.
needless to say, Red Beast will be returning, and Storm Sage may not be returning.
I may be murdered.
Y'all, I have had a night.
I am so sorry, Red. I am so sorry.
A tactical error was made, so we apologize.
We've been having scuff all the goddamn night. I'm so sorry.
What do you think Gary would choose?
A van.
I guess the ride would be the best way to use it. So he'd do the ride, but it would be considered a van. Grim, your thoughts? Or are you? Oh, Grim's muted, so who knows?
Yeah, Grim went AFK real fast.
That's completely fair. We'll just move on to the next stuff here. So thank you, Zodiac Damien. Let's see. Oh, this is actually a fun one. That it's actually very good that Grim's not here. It's another question from Zodiac Damien. And this one is, Reiner gets sick and the rest of the Digimon included have to take turns cooking. Who's the second best cook and who's the worst cook?
Terriamon, I feel like he put salt in everything.
I mean, Grayson can't cook. He orders out all the time.
So Grayson just wouldn't even try.
And he has either like a DiGiorno pizza or he orders his stuff.
I feel as though ER can make okay ramen noodles.
So at least
Like,
be
he can
somewhat
microwave
okay.
them.
Yeah. I feel like Sammy has the basics of cooking down. I feel like if she lived in the same house as Reiner, he wouldn't allow her to be that bad.
Right.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
It'd be like, you need to learn how to be able to cook for yourself in some capacity when I am not here.
You know? And also just, no one in this house is gonna be shitty at this.
Yeah, like that is a requirement by law. You can't live in this house and be bad at cooking.
This is our family's culture.
But I don't
You
want
can't
to
be
be
good
a
at
cook,
cooking.
Reiner. Well, that's too damn bad.
Yeah, I feel like she can be decent if she has the attention span, or if someone's there being like, hey, you need to pay attention to what's on the oven, while she's like, oh fuck, I've been chopping onions forever.
Diogo, according to Weasel, says he'd be a regular ass board.
Oh, for his ride.
Yes, for Sonic.
Fair.
Weasel lit up all group chat like, why did they ask a Sonic Riders question when I'm not there? And he would constantly fall from it.
Ah, shame.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Well,
Welcome back.
We were actually asking a relevant question, which was, assuming Reiner is sick and can't cook, who's the second best cook in the group, and who would be the worst cook in the group if you can't cook?
does that include the Digimon?
Including the Digimon, yes.
Be Impmon be the worst.
Learns nothing from Reiner.
He needs a guide.
Well, it would be he tried to cook something, and if he was trying to do it as Umbramon, he'd be like, all right, dinner is served, and then he'd look back, and Munchie's already eaten it all.
Impmon is the best assistant, but if you put him in charge to be the chef, he'd be the worst.
He'd be like, don't worry, guys, I will make us the most amazing dish ever possible. And then it's like 10 minutes later, and it's just like, why is the kitchen on fire? I specifically requested it to not be on fire.
But who'd be the second best?
Who would be the second best cook behind Reiner, if assuming he couldn't cook for the day?
Well, currently saying Sammy would be the second.
I say
best.
Sammy, yeah.
If only
Yeah.
because in the Reiner household, in the Takeshi household, you're not allowed to be a bad cook.
Reiner. It's Sammy Reiner.
Yeah. Man, your parents
I
must
was
have hated you.
I was saying Grayson was among the worst because all he does is order out with his mom's budget.
Yep. And that ER would just be able to be like, I can make okay, like, microwave noodles.
Oh, no, just stick in the bed. Just kill me now.
Just it's like, where's System on
He was that kid that has. He was that kid that's in shape, but it doesn't make sense with what kind of junk.
Yeah. It's just like, why are you shredded? Just like, because I shred all day.
ER has the most bullshit metabolism.
Oh, of course. It's like me.
ER
It's just
seems
not
like-
allowed.
Ear seems like one of those characters that, like, you wake up in the middle of the night to get a glass of water and he's just eating shredded cheese out of the bag with the fridge open for no reason.
It's like, hey, champ, what are you
You
doing
just
up this
know
late?
that-
Wanted a snack.
Now I'm seeing ER with socks, his hoodie, and boxers with his beanie.
Just bare hands in the grated cheese.
He was that narration from the Indian Spider-Man. It's like, I do push-ups up, but I don't want to be too shredded. Just constantly humble bragging.
Good God. That makes sense. But no, that would be where we'd kind of fall for the chef playlist if Reiner was out of commission.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I gotta skip the next one because it's a question we literally just answered. Talking about the in-training forms. This is a question from Cephalopod. Thank you for actually putting in the pronunciation in your name, Reed, so I appreciate that. And this is, what is everyone's, for the characters, what are their favorite colors?
Purple.
Green, I guess, for Grayson.
Is it just the Digivice colors?
Yeah.
Fair.
Mine's not.
Yeah.
Sammy's is yellow. For
Sammy's
Digivice
is yellow,
color.
this is true.
It is true. I don't think that's her favorite color. I think her favorite color is probably purple, hence the outfit.
Yep. What about for Reiner?
Gold.
I like gold.
I would have guessed black.
Yeah, you would have.
You would, wouldn't you, you basic?
You would, wouldn't you, you pleb?
And then we just see Storm's like body out in the rain being washed down.
Right now, I'm at home being Seto Kaibud.
I have a reaction pic for this. Hold on.
Oh, gee whiz. I think for Weasel, I guess for Diogo, probably would be like more of that magenta color, probably. But who's to say? Also, Red, you're coming in a little hot.
Oh, wait,
Oh, I thought I was muted.
No, you're not
You're
muted,
not.
bud. I'm hearing a nice little ka-chicka, chicka, chicka, chicka.
Sound like someone was sneezing.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's New York City, folks.
That's New York, baby.
People are sneezing left and right.
I think the rats are rising up.
Hey, I got allergies here.
Oh, good heavens.
Leave my people alone.
Yeah, I hope that answers the question for most everybody. I believe for Gary it was blue. So.
That would make sense.
So moving on to the next one we've got
I'm
here.
stealing this image, Zoe.
I
Take it,
will
it's
happily
yours.
look at it later down the line. This is a question from I Am Egg. We enjoy Egg's questions whenever they get brought up every now and again. Question is for the humans and the Digimon. If you are given a free wish with no strings attached, what do you use it on?
Red wants to quickly say for ER, Red.
Fair.
And what was it? We're given a Digi with no strings attached?
If you're given a wish, no strings attached, what do you
wish.
wish for? Both for your character and for the Digimon.
A wish, no strings attached.
I think Salamon just wishes everyone else was a little bit smarter.
Just a little more common sense, please. I cannot be the smartest person in the room at all times.
My intelligence has become a burden. I need these fucks to stop.
See, the difference is that Grayson has book smarts, whereas Salamon has street smarts, or just general forms of wisdom, and being like, you guys are all idiots.
Grayson is smart in the area of technology specifically.
Correct.
Like, Grayson could easily have like conquered the digital world if it wasn't for his damn anxiety.
Correct. Meanwhile, Salamon is just like, have you ever, like, you know, you need to have water to survive. You need to drink water.
Fine. I'm fine.
You are not ascending to God. You're not ascending to. You're not digivolving to Mega. You're just dehydrated.
I'm fine.
Stand
I'll-
aside.
I'm about to liberate myself into my ultimate form.
Hospital.
Hospital. No, to be like heel chip.
Red, I'm gonna say that.
What do you got?
Red says ER's wish is to abolish all water to avoid drowning. Parentheses, kidding.
I can't believe ER is just the new version of Divertimento wanting to make everything into a frozen wasteland except taking out all the water.
Yep. It just becomes Chronicles of Riddick. There's nothing but sand out here, and it's so hot that you turn to dust in the air.
God.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. What would be Terriermon or Grayson's wish?
Grayson, I feel like his wish. Honestly, I feel like he just wants his mom to spend more time with him.
Oh, that is heartbreaking.
Oh,
That is heartbreaking.
it's so sad.
Just have mom
I
come
mean,
home.
I can't come up with like a silly ha-ha answer, but like,
I mean, that's a
Oh, yeah,
fair, that's a valid answer.
yeah, he wants a better computer, but like, nah, that's not it.
Can I have a parent that cares?
I mean, Grayson doesn't give a shit about his dad. The dude fucked off, so why should he give a fuck?
Exactly. Can my current parent care? That'd be really neat.
Yeah, like, I don't need both. Just the one that gives a fuck, please.
Yeah, please and thank you. That'd be great.
My heart.
Aw.
What do you think that Reiner would wish for?
I'm sorry. Red actually commented in the chat. Terriermon would wish to get Wendigomon out of her current form because he knows she doesn't like it.
That's completely fair. That's a true sibling relationship right there. Memories aside, just I care about this one. Don't let them be in the prison of their former body.
I will
So
flee
any
from
wish?
your flesh prison.
What's up now?
What was it for Ryan? Like any wish?
Oh yeah, if you
Yeah,
could have
one
a
free
wish,
wish.
like no strings attached, what would you wish for?
So simple. No one gets hungry in the world.
Oh,
Aw.
he is the chosen one.
End world hunger. Done. Next.
End world hunger. There we go.
Yeah, but people can
It's
still
well done.
eat for like pleasure. Like, oh, I eat this because it's a good meal and it's
No. No. That's,
Food, yeah, food
that's
is
the
banned.
monkey paw.
Food is banned.
I can't taste anymore. No one can
No.
taste.
Yeah, because your stomach is a
no.
void. You're not hungry, but it just goes away.
I have escaped New York, and I am now in New York traffic.
Huzzah! Congrats to being in New York traffic. I'm sorry that happened to you.
I can survive it.
Excellent.
It just can't survive me.
What do you think ER would wish for that is not the end of all water forever?
That's for Marjorman to be happy, probably.
Oh.
I'm already happy.
see-
Pick another wish.
Oh,
Wish
cool,
for
sweet.
free-
Okay, dude, why are you walking?
Wish for free
Sorry,
healthcare.
that was me. That was me to New York.
You sure your boy doesn't want to wish for free healthcare?
He would wish for unbreakable bones.
Yeah, that's a pretty simple ER answer.
That's a good answer.
Good answer. Good. Is it on
Good
the board?
answer. Good answer.
Ding.
I think Magumon would wish for their memories back.
Really?
Yeah.
That's an interesting
Like-
one.
Magumon wants to know who Yeehaw was. He wants to possibly, like, if there's a chance that it can make them all better. Because there's definitely something lost with the stuff that came from their memories being gone, and so many things gained. And I feel as though Magumon really cherishes cherishes Gary. But, you know, there's a part of him that wonders what they lost.
No, that's fair. It would be interesting to be like, oh, I have the memories back. So then the question becomes, like, if that's the case, is it a shared partnership with Lucia and Gary for Magumon?
Well, the way I would see it, personally, is Lucy's Digivice is now deactive. It's kind of dead in the water. So,
Right.
regardless, he's still Gary's partner.
All right.
That's how I see it, personally.
Well, fair enough. That makes sense.
And Gaiomon, man, I really need this detail back online with this teleport effects.
That'd be nice.
I wish this teleport would just fucking work. Boonk. Oh, damn.
Well, geez. I guess it's working. And then looks outside and sees the message from Simon. Ah, bitch.
Nick, Weasel wants to know what Floramon would wish for.
That's a good question. Probably for everybody to stop being so stupid. Or to recognize how beautiful she is at all times.
Floramon and Salamon are like shaking hands.
Yeah. It's like we're wishing
That's
for the
so
same...
stupid.
It's like we're
I
wishing for
know,
this-
right?
I know, you're correct. You make a very valid point, Floramon. Of course I do. I am so smart and everyone else is so stupid.
Let's
Right.
not get carried away. You're roping me into that.
Yeah, let's, maybe choose your words there, friend. That'd be very funny. God. No, that's a good question. Thank you, Egg, for that. Which, funny enough, Egg's not done with us because they have another question submitted from the dive. A quick question to everybody here: who has played a Kingdom Hearts game?
I have.
Never
Nope.
played.
That's a no from you, Grim.
No, I haven't really played one.
Excellent. Then this question will probably not matter. For the humans, imagine that you've been chosen by the Keyblade. Which one do you think would best represent you? If you don't have a canon one in mind, what would yours kind of look like?
A Gundam. There's a fucking cheeseburger Gundam. It's from G Gundam.
It's just G Gundam as a weapon. Fair.
I don't know Kingdom Hearts, so I'm just going to say the most ludicrous fucking thing possible, and it probably still works in canon.
Excellent. I mean, probably. I mean, there is the there's the My Hero 6 one, which is just using nanites, so that works.
Oh, hold on.
Oh,
Fucking
dude, why?
all for one. One for all, actually. Just,
the
Grayson just has that.
The Three
I don't
Musketeers
know.
one.
I don't know.
There was
Well, I
actually
don't-
one
I-
based off that.
I haven't played Kingdom Hearts, so I'm copying Red. I'm just gonna say the most ludicrous thing. Fuck it. Grayson saving the world with a Beyblade.
All right, fair.
Yes!
That works.
I'm looking up the name of it, but I think Oathkeeper probably.
That makes sense. Makes sense
Just
for
because
Sammy.
it's pretty.
It's very pretty. Yeah, otherwise I don't particularly know. I guess we can speculate for Gary because Chase isn't here. I think
I think it would be the Toy Story one.
The Toy Story one's pretty good, yeah. That or the Alice in Wonderland one.
Oh, that's a good one too. Yeah.
And we don't have any idea for Reiner, unfortunately. Maybe, actually, you know what? He'd get the Ratatouille one. There is a Ratatouille
Oh
keyblade.
my god.
We'll
I
do
was
that
gonna
one.
say Oblivion, but
That would be funny, but, you know, we know what he would actually use.
it's true.
So yeah, that's what they'd probably end up doing.
Yes.
Okay, I gotta hit the refresh on the questions because apparently things are having a little hiccup on the dive form. But guys, we're over halfway there.
Yay!
We're making it.
Halfway there.
We're doing our best. Our next question here comes from Duskwolf. And their question is Wendigomon okay?
That's a good question.
Far as my knowledge goes, Wendigomon's doing great because they are in the Static Desert right now, working as kind of like an enforcer in the underground, helping out with like managing some level of peace there. And ever since the games, obviously, the tournaments got completely scuffed due to everything that happened, there has to be some level of order here. And Wendigomon's really turned around, at least in the public eye, now that they're not being controlled, as like, hey, guys, let's not squabble over petty nonsense. And if you're gonna make a point of it being like petty, then we can take this outside. And everyone knows Wendigomon's reputation and goes, yeah, no, we're good, thanks. really has dropped the crime
Still
rate.
gonna save you. I still intend to get you back to Lotmon and get to the good timeline or good Evo line. God damn it!
We'll get there eventually.
Grissom
Also,
will save you.
Did they get the communication device that we sent them?
Probably? I don't recall. It's been so long.
I-
Because we ended up having to ship it.
Yeah, Grayson forgot to make it and give it day of, and he had to find a Digimon postal service and just express mail that thing.
Yeah, so, I mean, it'll eventually get there, and it will eventually matter, but we'll get there when we get there. So,
It will eventually matter,
eventually, yes.
but not this day.
Not today yet. Our next question here also comes in from Duskwolf. Is Flamemon okay?
Fair enough.
I mean, he's doing better now.
I mean, yeah, he's in charge of the vaccine plans. I want to say, if anything, like he's in a position of power, and he's well respected by the community. He's got like a
Honestly?
good right hand with him. Like, yeah,
Seeing the other Digi-Destiny helped him a lot. Like, I would say, like, if this was before the fight with the Bonchos, I would give a little bit of a different answer, but he's better now.
yeah. He's got resolve now. He's
Yeah.
like, these guys
Yeah.
are doing well on their own. I can manage things up here, and when the push comes to shove and they need me, I'm there.
He's not filled with so much self-doubt and self-loathing anymore.
Yeah. Our next question here comes from Darkness Psycho, and this would be a fun one for you guys because you were part of the one-shots for these. But question to the entirety of the Vandals, how would you guys have reacted to the other two Ogremon losses?
I think we would have just laughed.
Just been like,
I
yep,
mean-
same shit, different day.
Sammy's never seen Ogremon.
Which is fair.
Yeah, that's the only one shot that never featured Ogremon. Sammy's never seen him.
Yep. I should have made Ogremon show up in that one, but honestly, it wouldn't have made sense for Ogremon to have gone from the digital forest all the way up to the fucking server peaks, back down into the digital forest, and then all the way back up into the vaccine plains.
It could have been one of the Okamon variants.
One of them, yeah, it would have been,
It was Fugamon.
yeah, Fugamon. The one that's like the red version.
Yeah.
My god.
That would have been funny.
Yeah, I mean, if he was mean, she would have been like, get dunked on, so.
Yep.
I mean, we don't know what happened when she was waiting for us. Maybe a Fugamon jumped out from behind a rock and she kicked him in the balls.
Who's to say?
Possible. You'll never know, I guess.
I mean, yeah, because there
Where's
is,
Sammy one shot two? 2 hours of her just sitting on a rock. A Fugamon jumps out, she kicks him so hard he dies. And then we show up.
It's just in real time of everything that's occurring.
Yeah, that's the one shot where she gets the triple digits, and it's
Yeah.
because she groin kicked the Fugamon.
It's actually just kind of like the lo-fi beats, but just Sammy sitting on a rock waiting for Rhino.
Oh, lo-fi beats to wait for your brother to waiting to get picked up from school. Like,
Hits the triple
Sammy,
digits.
you're like 5 minutes away from home.
Just fucking walk.
Why are you
I'm
listening to the sad
sick.
playlist?
And it's like, no, carry me.
God dang it. But yeah, that everybody probably would have just been like, "Yep, same shit for Ogremon. This makes sense."
Sammy, you're really milking this chronic illness.
You're really just milking it.
Listen, if you gotta live with it, you might as well get something back.
Exactly. I mean,
Exactly.
if you can't make fun of the thing that's terribly crippling to you, like, where are we?
Like, what are you even doing? you know?
Exactly.
That's
It
me
can't
every
even pay
time-
rent, so it has to be of some use.
Correct.
Exactly.
You can at least
That's
be
me
competent.
every time my knee hurts.
Our next question here comes from Dusty Crow, and this is actually a very nice one. Hello, Schmucks. Looks like we finally made it to August, and with it, some special dates happen to come with it. The 13th for some reason, and the 15th for another, and the 18th for me, but that's besides the point. My question is, despite all of your busy schedules, have you at least managed to find some time for yourselves? Anyways, wish Red, Storm, and Nick an early happy birthday. P.S. I just realized that.
Thank you.
P.S. Just realized I outed myself as a Leo. Please, Nick, can we leave the Leo trauma to a minimum for at least this month? Thanks.
No.
Not even once.
I will say thank you very much. Today has been quite a nightmare for me, so I appreciate the early birthday wishes.
For real, we appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm actually in the middle of a long work call, but I'm going to have off Monday, so I'm definitely taking that time to relax.
As you should.
And Storm and I are actually going up, going away for a vacation for our birthday with some local friends. We're going for a little 5-day vacation get together.
Hey, very nice.
Woo! Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna be going a little bit of a retreat. Gonna play some D&D. While I have all these guys, we're going away with my entire D&D home team.
Hell yeah.
So
yeah.
I've just been prepping like a bunch of D&D to run while we're up at this getaway.
I walked in
cannot
on him
escape.
today. I walked in on him preparing a map, and it's like I walked in on him changing. I guess
Like he walked in on me, like hiding the Christmas gifts.
Yep.
yeah,
No, you didn't see that.
much better example.
Correct. But yeah, as for myself, I don't really have any big birthday plans this time around. I'm not going anywhere for it. I might have like a dinner with like family and things along those lines. But no, just a simple work week for me. But I am definitely taking some time for myself to relax. I've got most of the writing already done for the rest of game, so I don't have to worry about that, along with making tokens and all of that stuff. So game prep is not very high, which is good. It means that we're getting close to the end game, but it's also sad because we're getting close to the end game. So, it is what it is. But again, appreciate the birthday wishes, and we're doing our best to take care of ourselves and not completely get burnt out.
But the closer we get to endgame, the closer we get to campaign 2.
This is true, which we still have to get ideas to
There
go
is-
for.
There is always more destiny to explore.
Correct. But we can't manifest it, so
We will manifest it.
Yeah.
We will create it with our own hands.
maybe don't manifest that destiny.
You're right. We'll manifest the trauma.
That'll do it. Our next question here comes from the Mystic Dory Cat. And this could be a question for everybody as well. What kind of new Digimon would you like to see in the future, like either design or gimmick-wise?
Oh man, that's a good question. I'm really digging the D-Brigade stuff.
I mean, for me, I would love to see more along the lines of, like, just because I'm biased as shit, I would love to see more unidentified Digimon. like things like Caramon and that kind of line, but an entirely new one. That's like, oh yeah, we just have a Digimon that showed up. We can't. It's not a virus. It's not a vaccine. It's not a data type. It's not a free. It doesn't have the X antibody. It's just fucking weird. And the only reason I want it is because I want to be able to play some more diverse shit in my Diaboromon deck.
Fair enough.
I want more Leomon ultimates. Because
Yes.
Grap Leomon is fine, Pangimon is fine, but we have Loader Leomon now. We have like these 3 really cool megas: Saber Leomon, Boncho, and Heavy. I want something that transitions more cleanly into Saber Leomon, personally.
Like something that goes from Leomon being more of this like warrior into a little bit more feral before eventually becoming Saber. Like reverse evolution.
Yes. I like something more tribal, maybe something quadrupedal in preparation, maybe not. I don't know.
That's fair. Graham, your thoughts?
But
For what type of Digimon?
yeah, just like any
More often?
new shit, like either ideas, designs, or
Ghost
gimmicks. Just put more Ghost Game.
What did you say?
I gave you an option for that. You didn't even pick it for the last one. You know what I'm talking about.
Oops.
I want more Digimon that are unique specifically to the Dark Ocean.
That'd be pretty nice, yeah. Like having some more, like either just like dark variants or just Digimon that are just like,
Exactly.
no, it's just creepy and it lives here.
yo,
Yeah, give us the fucking great old ones. Give us the Exhilarate.
give us some more like Digimon from Whistle League.
Ooh, that would be a good one. Yeah, I mean we've got Grand Gale and Zephyr technically, but like,
Yeah, God, fuck. This is a multiverse. Fucking explore it.
yeah, for realsies.
Yeah, I didn't know shit about Whistle League, but Chase sort of put me onto this stuff. I'm just like, God damn it, this is so cool. Also,
I mean, even.
go ahead.
No, you first.
Can we please get fusion evos of metal, water, wood, and earth, please? And like Dusk and Valgamon?
Oh yeah,
That'd be cool.
Nice. Yeah, absolutely. Like that'd be a really fun dark variant of Duskmon and Velgamon coming together. That'd be real neat.
Just the inversion of Rihimon.
Yeah, of Raihi.
Yes.
Is it Raihi or Rihi?
I don't remember.
Raihimon,
it's
I
right.
believe.
Raihi, okay.
I'm willing to take L's on that one. I don't particularly care.
No, I mean, Raihi makes more sense with the phonetics.
Right. But yeah, no, that's where I'd see it at the very least on our end of things. Zoe, do you have thoughts?
No.
Okay.
Weasel said a Yuki Onna Digimon because it doesn't exist for some reason, and I agree with that.
Interesting. Yeah, more yokai would be pretty great.
Yokai are so,
Ooh,
they're
yeah.
so cool.
Yeah.
I mentioned this. I mentioned a very similar question in the Discord. By the way, he joined the Discord. He always posts like questions to the community every now and then, and we got some really fun like fan submissions of like one based on the 4 Horsemen, some more based on certain mythologies, like some really cool stuff.
Oh yeah. But yeah, I hope that answers the question. So thank you very much, Mystic Dory Cat. Our next one here comes from Duskwolf. And their question is, what is, for the Vandals, what is their favorite MCU or superhero film?
Like the Digimon 2?
No, like
'Cause,
just,
Resisting the urge to say Winter Soldier.
I would say let's just go with just the humans, because the Digimon wouldn't have seen anything at this point, because they are exclusive Shrek viewers.
Yeah. I think watching anything from the MCU would destroy their minds.
I can't believe they thought they froze that man in ice and then waited all that time before finishing the movie.
No, they didn't actually put Chris Evans in ice. Terriermon.
What? No, his name is Rogers. Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
That's son.
Wow, this Thor movie's amazing. I can't wait to watch the next one.
Oh.
Oh, Dark World would be so disappointing for Magimon.
Oh, wow. That ah.
I like to think that he loves all of the 4 movies, no matter what.
Oh yeah, Magumon would.
Yep.
Magumon's bar is incredibly low.
I can just
I
imagine just
think-
being like, why do they keep using the term dark elves with like a real rude, angry voice? It sounds derogatory.
I like Ragnarok the best.
Solid
Full of
choice.
whimsy.
It's very whimsical.
Yeah, I guess Magumon would lean closer to like the Thor franchise.
Fair.
I think ER would go the maybe Spider-Man Homecoming.
Understandable,
A great choice.
especially given the
Makes
grapple
Sammy-
hook.
I don't know if he's old. I don't think he's old enough to appreciate Far From Home. I mean, No Way Home.
Right.
I think Grayson might like Guardians too.
I mean, it's a good movie.
Yeah,
Guardians
No,
is,
just
like, entertaining.
it's very fun.
Grayson's dad abandoned him.
Oh
Yeah.
You're
Oh,
right.
no.
Oh no.
Star-Lord isn't a
I like
character
to-
you
I
want
like
to
to think
identify
when he-
with.
Oh, I like to think that when it got to the whole part, like I was so devastated when I had to put that tumor in her head. Grayson and Quill both went, "What?" at the same time.
Now I know that sounds bad, and then Gargamon starts shooting at the screen.
Because, like, say what you will, Grayson does love his mom, despite all the shit. But, like, Grayson's like, huh, this is kind of cathartic in reasons I didn't think I needed.
Neat.
How about that? Gonna repress that and not address it.
We're not going to address that elephant in the room.
Oh, I assure you, I think EO would actually like Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I
Oh,
get
yeah.
that.
Because he
He
opens with a
opens with the
trap.
dude in a car crash. Like, fuck.
That or just being
Like,
like,
yeah,
hey, my
they
mom
have to
works
jail.
there.
Oh my god.
Aleka, your thoughts on things?
I think Sammy would like the OG Avengers movie.
Probably.
Hell
yeah.
Just nice cathartic, just superheroes
It's
working
just-
together.
It was like, for its time, it was pretty good.
It was. It was enjoyable before the MCU started doing
I mean,
MCU things.
You know?
There was so little backstory because like all the other movies did all the character work. It didn't need to establish much.
Yeah.
Exactly. I also like to think that she just likes the part where like the alien like whales are coming in, and as they land, she's like, "The fail whale has landed."
Oh
What?
my God.
My earbuds cut out. What did you say?
The fail whale has landed.
Fail whale has landed.
What do you think Salamon would like for the MCU?
Oh God. I think he might identify with Doctor Strange a little bit.
That makes sense, especially the early scenes of just like I could have done better, like with the surgery to his hands.
Yeah. Literally.
It's like no one could have done better. I could have done better. And Salamon's like, you're right. He could have done better.
Exactly.
Oh, that's perfect.
God, that would have been good. Maybe I'm trying to think of what MCU or just in general superhero movies I've seen that Salomon would enjoy. Yeah, no, I'm drawing a blank right now, unfortunately.
You might like that one movie where Scarlett Johansson opens 100% of her brain power
Oh, my...
and then becomes the internet.
Oh, that God, that's God, what the heck is the name of that movie?
I think it might just be.
Yeah, it's not Limitless. That's Bradley Cooper.
Oh, like, yeah, Limitless is a good movie. I have the poster in my room. Like, I'm staring at it right now. Bradley Cooper's looking down on me.
I think Terry Ahmad would like the first Ant-Man movie
Hell yes, the heist.
because it's a heist movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
that makes
Lucy.
sense.
The movie's called Lucy.
Oh yeah,
Thank
Lucy.
you.
Oh yeah, Lucy.
Thank you, super effective.
Yeah, much appreciated. What about Grim? What would Reiner like for the superhero movies? I don't know if I heard your answer earlier.
No, I didn't answer. He'd like between Iron Man or the first Avengers thing because of the joke that Avengers made shawarma.
Oh, the shawarma joke at the end.
yeah. Yeah.
I can just
Reiner's like,
imagine.
I've been making this thing for years.
I can just imagine Reiner hears the shawarma bit once and goes, "Where is it?" Like, is just looking for it the whole movie. Sits through the credits and just goes like, "Come on, where is it?" And then sees the scene and he's like, Peak media. That's pretty good.
Are we doing Digimon too?
I mean, you can if you'd like. What do you think Hitmon would like?
Oh, I thought we were
Or
talking about the ones we
Monodramon,
play.
either or.
Yeah, the Monodramon I think would be like the bad Hulk one.
The first
my
one,
God.
or like
the
No.
angly one?
The one before the.
Angry?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
oh no.
Yeah, that's the one before the MCU.
Oh, the one that
Yeah.
ends with being like days since Incident 0.
I think
Oh,
that's the one.
God.
Yeah.
Yep. Fuck.
It's like the shots were amazing. It was ahead of its time.
And then everyone's just like, oh, Hitmon, if only, or, oh man, if only you knew. But
And Mondramon's like, I like the Hulk. He's big and strong.
he's green, and Grayson, you should like green, right?
Yeah, I like the color, but
Then you like this movie. That's how that works. Math.
sure.
Math.
That's you keep
Girl
shouting
math
math,
fucking
but it
movie.
doesn't make things math.
Math.
Oh, okay, it's math.
Is it any wonder people are afraid of math and numbers?
Oh, so good.
All right, we'll move on to the next one here. Technically speaking, only so you guys can answer some of this question. The other half of this question, probably not. They didn't have a name on this question, but they did ask, for all the characters, what are their preferred pronouns and romantic preferences? I would say, doesn't particularly matter on the second half for most of them, given that they are children. The only one who can legally answer this question is Reiner.
and not Gary.
And Gary's not here. He can't answer the question. I will not answer for him. I refuse.
That's fair.
Really nothing in this plane of the world. So we'll leave it open.
Fair enough. Understandable. Have a nice day, everybody. Next question, which actually we have an answer for this on the wiki as well, is does Gary's dad have a name? Stuart Pasternak. Good old Mayor Stuart Pasternak. This is a question for technically Reiner and Sammy, which is how long ago did the uncle die, based on current timeline?
Didn't we have that?
It was like 7 years. I have it in my doc. Hold on. I'll open it.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind pulling that. Yeah, pull up the lore sheet. We have to know.
It's in
Yeah,
my
we did.
notes.
We did our math at least.
Oh, I know I wrote this down. Okay. Oh, Sammy was 7 and Reiner was 12, so it was 6 years ago.
6 years
You're
ago.
close.
Very well.
Yep.
Is that what we have on the wiki as well, or no?
I don't know if it's on the wiki, but it's in my doc.
Fair.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, that's going to be a lot more accurate, at least initially, unless we said something and forgot about it, which is
Well,
very possible.
I also have the last name we came up with for our uncle, but it's so stupid.
Oh, what did you have?
Someone asked us a question. They have to ask us a question.
You know what? Fair.
Okay.
It gets
Okay.
stuck. Hey guys, see you
We're
next
not-
time when you guys ask that question.
Someone donate and ask the question.
Oh, but speaking of which, somebody did donate, and I did forget to ask this question.
Was it that question?
It is not actually,
Oh,
because this is beforehand. But a question from another one from Mine and Adventurer, which was a question for Leica.
Yeah?
Is that I know you didn't know too much about Digimon, at least in the earlier part of the campaign, so I have to wonder, with Salamon still as your partner, would there be any other champion or ultimates that you pick with your current knowledge now?
Probably not. Genuinely love the line that we kind of came up with.
the clown one.
Listen, you. I didn't know that was an option.
Wait, there's clown Digimon?
No, based on the one that got commissioned for the clown rookie.
Oh yeah.
Because you guys got your Agumon variants.
That's right. Also, Piedmon. I
Pipe
guess.
check.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, Red, welcome
Hey,
back.
Red has arrived. And in,
I'm back, I'm
proper
home.
mic form.
Oh God!
Wait,
Sorry
you're
about all
home?
that,
Just sneak
everyone.
past me.
It's what a fucking night. Anyway,
But yeah, so I
But yeah.
guess we don't really have any like thorough options on there, but I'm sure we could dig up something. But honestly, the lines as they
know?
are pretty nice. Like,
Yeah. Though, was the question like if I could pick any different line, or is it like if I could pick like a different Digivolution from Salamon?
if you could pick any different Digivolution from Salamon, like if they weren't gonna go into Systemon Noir or into Lady Devi, what would you choose with the current knowledge you have now on Digimon things?
Yeah.
Would you, if there's any other Digimon you would have picked, who do you think you might have gone with instead?
I mean, I really like Gabumon, so I might have picked him, but
Gabumon's great.
yeah,
Yeah.
Gabumon's great. Yeah, I don't think there are any of the like. I mean, there's like Gatomon, which is cool from Salamon, but like that feels like the obvious choice.
Right.
Yeah, fail. As someone who's going with like the obvious things from my line, because Terriermon only digivolves into very specific things.
And as we know, the
Is one
Takeshi bloodline has basically been like, we break from the norm at all times.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's the same way that I like was like, oh, I had a mega picked, and then I changed it because someone guessed it, and I said, fuck you.
Good thing it
No
was
one's
before
gonna
we
guess
did the
it
commission,
now.
because if it was done after we got the commission, I'd be like,
oh no.
now Zoe, I mean, we've already burned so much funding for this.
I would have just accepted it at that point, but like, you know, to me that's just like, I need the excitement of the surprise.
Fair. They can't know. They can't possibly know.
Stop
Still
guessing.
don't feel.
But yeah, I hope that answers the question there. Speaking of which, Grim, like a cough up. We have a donation from Nicholas Black. What was the last name?
I didn't think they were gonna do it.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
tough.
You
His
do
name
it.
is Will Achu, because we were like trying to come up with like a name, and we were like Achu, like a sneeze, but it's like it's Achu, so ACHTCHOU, so that it was more German.
Oh, good God.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's from he's like what, from mom's side of the family, which is more like
Yeah.
American, whereas dad's side is more on the Japanese side of things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah.
and we talked about it for like 30 minutes.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Going back
And
and
that's what you
forth.
and that's what you landed on.
Correct.
There were worse options.
Well, I'm glad we landed on the funny option. Very nice.
Incredible.
But that said, we've got some new questions coming in specifically from our next person in the stream waiting room. So let's go ahead and bring them in now. Badoop. Hello to Bad Sage Advice.
You're on
Hello.
Oh.
You're live on the air. Use
Oh,
that power
dang.
wisely.
Never. First off, what Smash Brothers character would your character main?
I mean, Grayson main's Fox.
I think two shorts got released about that this week.
We did.
Oh,
This is
no.
true.
Oh no, I failed you.
Oh, well.
Then change of character. Which Warner Brothers All Stars character would your character main?
Oh, God.
Nigel Thornberry.
I'm looking at the
Reptar.
roster.
Have to look at the roster because I don't know what they have on there.
They have XJ9. They have Cat Dog.
I changed my answer to Cat Dog.
Wait, they're already making a second game?
Are they?
Apparently.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that popular, I guess, but okay. Smash clones, they do it.
Man, our friend really saved that game, apparently. It was all him.
Yep.
We had one friend who kept raving about it. It was like, I think you're the only one who plays it.
Uh-oh.
Uh, I'm amazed that they have characters from Our Real Monsters. They have Helga Pataki, but they don't have Arnold's grandma.
Oh, that's a crime.
Yeah. You know what? I think Grayson would just, for the lulz, main Plankton.
Good.
Oh, wait, they do
Yeah.
have they do have the grandma. Never mind, I changed my answer to the grandma.
The grandma from Hey
Weasel
Arnold.
says Diogo would use the Angry Beavers.
Yep.
Yes.
I think Sammy would be a Banana Guard or Gizmo.
Alrighty.
Mhm.
Grim, have you taken the time to look at the roster at all?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Yeah, there's not really a great source.
I didn't realize it was going to be this difficult a question. My apologies.
No, that's fair.
No
It's just we
worries.
don't know a whole lot about the game.
I've only played it once and I sucked.
SpongeBob, yeah, it had to be SpongeBob.
I was gonna
'cause he
say
sucked.
SpongeBob would be great because of the fry cooking.
Yeah. It was gonna be
I
either that or
played-
Garfield.
I played the game
That's
once and
powerful.
got smashed off screen by Reptoy. It was amazing.
no.
There you go.
I got body slammed by Reptoy on ice.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Somebody call
Um,
their mom.
Let's see. And then what insights may we know about? What insights does your character have about the current situation that we may know about, like that you think is a good secret? Or any theories you guys might have?
Theories on the end game.
Yes.
All right,
I-
current mindset check. Let's go.
I don't want to say, honestly. I would kind of like. I have something that Grayson is thinking on, but I want to save that for the start of next session.
Okay.
That's fair. Red.
I shouldn't say.
Oh no.
I mean, you have a D4 brains. I think ER is going in with like head empty. That's fight.
Valid.
I mean,
ER's
that's
probably-
ER's head.
Yeah, that's
ER's
right.
probably thinking like ER's like either Talk No Jutsu or Shadow Clone Jutsu.
Baby shark do 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 do. Baby shark do 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 do.
Zoe, your thoughts for what will be going
I
on
think
for
it-
Sammy?
I think Sammy's just like everybody needs to live, and so like let's do our best, and like also is like ready to just like kick ass if she needs to, I guess. I don't know. She's kind of in this weird space of like it would be really cool if we could just stop having to deal with all of this like crazy shit and like have a nice time and go for a picnic and be friends.
Hmm.
Yes.
That's fair.
What-
Reiner, what about you? What about them?
Say that again? I thought I knew the question. And I got lost.
Like current mindset going into making your way to the final D terminal. Like thoughts on like
Yes.
what you think's going on, or like what's going on in Reiner's head, I guess.
There's gonna be some mean baddies that we're gonna have to stop. And Reiner wants to make sure everyone's protected and safe, and we don't have another death on our hands and stuff.
I mean, that's valid.
I don't know if maybe that didn't really 100%
No.
get the question.
No, that's entirely just. It was mostly about your theories, but I love a current mindset type of thing. Like,
Yeah.
where are you going into the final battle? Like, anxious or something like that.
Yeah, no, Reiner. I don't think Reiner's trying to be the one that thinks so hard since everyone else is. I just think Reiner thinks if he also thinks so hard, it's just gonna cause a lot more questions and answers.
Hmm.
So I think Reiner is the type of guy that will stay collected unless people are going way too far away from the main question, because that's happened before. So I think Reiner just kind of lets everyone else do it until it comes to that point.
Okay.
Good news. ER doesn't think, period.
We've made it. We're there. All right, what do you got for our last one here, Bad Sage Advice?
I don't know what to ask. I do apologize. I
If you-
think that's going to be it for me, though.
That's totally fine.
Completely fair.
All right. Have a lovely night.
You as well.
You
Thank you very
too.
much for your questions.
Hi, thank you.
Thank
My
you.
pleasure.
Bye for now.
What an awesome person.
Exactly.
Yes.
And it's nice to have a nice little like peek into the mindset of where everybody's at for things, given the high stakes that are currently being set up right now into the final bouts of stuff. Final phase is really coming along well, I'd say.
I cannot wait for next session. There's something I want to get off my chest.
Good. Good. Hold on to that. Let the hate flow through you. Make it.
We just hear
powerful.
everyone's thoughts reverb, and Eo's like, "Man, when I get home, I'm gonna make a grilled cheese."
I've been really craving a grilled cheese, but I don't want to ask Reiner for it. And the last one
I'm sure Vander's got a lot on his mind right now. Cut over to Aino. When I get home, I'm gonna make the sickest fucking grilled cheese.
Yeah, 'cause
5 different cheeses.
5.
The best tomato bisque you'll ever fucking taste.
God.
Grayson and Gary are over here trying to be Sun Tzu. Meanwhile,
Just channeling the art of war. Meanwhile, these two are just like, man, what am I craving from back home? Pretty good. Yeah, we'll move on to our next questions here. We're on question 40 of 55, so we're working our way through it right now, guys.
hell yeah.
We're nearly there. So our next question here comes from Terrier May. And their question is, what has Terriermon's favorite heist been?
It's gotta be when he heisted the audience, I think. Because he also stole Tumblemon.
That's completely fair. Took one
We
thing
got
from
to
everybody.
add kidnapping to his list of crimes.
He was so proud of himself, and he was like, "I'm gonna keep these all as trophies." And then that absolutely failed. And then he just became the Pepe meme.
Right.
Tumblemon steps on the scarf, everything falls into the crack. Like, no.
No.
My
I-
treasures.
We were
Also,
Becomes
my
the,
favorite-
the Pepe meme right there. It's like, eh.
Nick, my favorite thing about Terriermon being a little criminal is that he doesn't actually get the chance to get away with it most of the time.
He's just like, I have all of these plans, and then he never does them because he's so hyperactive.
He
Like, I'm a
Yeah, all the-
mastermind, not like all of his heists, all just chaos.
like
None of them go smooth.
We get the fun of him being a little chaos gremlin with none of the consequences.
Correct.
The only one he ever got away with was Impmon's eye patch because he avoided all consequences.
Correct. There were just apologies said
Wizardmon
later.
was the
Yeah, Wizardmon was
Yeah,
the one
it-
who took the brunt of everything by being rude.
Exactly, he was the scapegoat.
He got away with it.
Damn.
Our next question here, also from Terrier May. We did technically go over this, but we may as well kind of go down the full list on this one, which was what was the previous evolutions of all of the admins Digimon before they switched over to the Vandals? I guess we can start with some of the ones that aren't like switched over, which would be for Jordan Hedgewick and for Simon Reddington. So for Simon, his line was Hagurumon into Gardramon into Andromon. And meanwhile, with Jordy, or Stonehenge, his line was Gotsumon into Icemon into Meteormon.
That tracks.
It did not change
Beautiful.
very much.
I love it.
which is hilarious.
It's incredible.
For everyone else, their initial lines were the same for Rookie and Champion. For Ultimates, it was different. So for Gary, instead of Mistymon, it was Wisemon. For Grayson, instead of Rapidmon, it was Antilamon, the good version, not the Vice, or evil. For ER, instead of Cyberdramon, it was Gigadramon. And for Reiner, instead of Umbramon, we had Balmon. And as for Flamemon, his entire line was basically the same. It did not change. And then when we talk about Sammy and Diogo, they're outliers. They got their own original partners.
You're special.
Hell yeah.
We're cool. We've got our own stuff. We're OGs. We're not remixes.
And for Flamon's Mega with King Maroon, you said that it was Emperor
No, they never got
Greymon.
the Mega.
It would have been, I guess.
Yeah, earlier we had talked about it. If they original admins had gone to Mega, I did not spoil it for any of the other admins, but I did say for at least for King Maroon and with Flamemon, it would have been Emperor Greymon or Kaiser Greymon, whichever wording you use for it.
Whereas Gaiomon is something unique to Flamon specifically, going down his own independent path.
Correct, because he does not have a partner to go with.
Fair.
Our Our next question here does not have a name attached to it, but this is a question for everybody. How crazy did it make you when Mon spoke?
Just reminding me breaks my brain.
Look, I don't think you guys understand. Wars were ended. Nations fell. Stars went supernova in the night sky. Do you not recall any of this with the speaking of Mon?
It happened.
It was a monumental occasion.
I just didn't narrate it. It was happening in the background.
If you looked really closely, you would notice it.
Yeah.
Grim, your thoughts?
I was like, cool.
Oh my god.
Mr. Two.
I was hyped.
Mr. Two.
Yeah, it was hype shit.
Over here.
It was
very
alright.
good. Very good. But our next one here is from God, I'm gonna butcher this name unfortunately. They are Kusanagi on Discord, but their name that they put here is Owatashin Dan 09. I'm probably butchering this, so I apologize. But from Kusanagi on Discord, top 5 favorite Digimon. We'll go down the list. So, Storm, you're starting.
Okay, so obviously Harryomon, his entire line is my number 1.
All right.
A new Digimon that came out that I really like is like the Lugamon line.
All right.
Just because it's a wolf, I'm a huge sucker for the doggo.
And it's an X antibody variant that is naturally holds it.
Yeah. I also happen to like Kazuchimon.
Yeah.
The lightning samurai, hell yeah.
He's great.
Those who have Saber Leomon is another one of my favorite Digimon, and so is Nightmon.
Very well. Red?
Cybergemon for sure.
Okay.
I like Brigademon.
Okay.
Let's see. Gallantmon.
All right.
Damn.
Got 2 more.
I'm gonna count this all as one, but it's Gotsumon, Icemon, Meteormon.
Yeah, that whole line.
Yeah, literally, the moment I saw Meteormon, I knew it was Meteormon and not Icemon. Had actually considered Gotsumon as my partner over Monojimon, and just doing what you did.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's one of my favorite boys. I love Geodude from Pokemon, and I consider Gotsumon the Digimon Geodude.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah, he's just a fucking bunch of
He's
rocks.
just a guy.
Exactly. It's like, what's special about him? Nothing. That's what's great about him.
Simplicity at
Just
its
a little
finest.
guy.
A regular Joe.
I'm just here hanging out, having a good old time.
We miss you, buddy.
I missed you guys too.
If sometimes I can still hear his voice.
Eventually, you will hear my voice. Once again. From beyond.
I really hope he kept that same voice from Gotsumon all the way to Meteormon.
It never
That was
changed.
one-
Not even once.
Yes.
Incredible.
Yes.
It gets deeper, can't you tell?
Icemon Digivolve too.
Never gets deeper. He just keeps saying it is.
Can you imagine
Guys,
him?
it's a little.
Can you imagine him as Tumblemon ever saying something and he's just like trying to say his first word and you hear like, ha, ha. It's like, oh, he's gonna say his first word. And it's just like, hello.
Oh my god, he's
Everyone-
broken.
Everyone gives the Excalibur face.
It's like, oh god, it never changed.
Oh,
God,
powerful.
it's gonna be a good old time. You got one
So,
more.
I think, yeah, one more. Fuck.
I remember back when we were kids, you really liked like either was it Angemons and stuff, or was it?
I'm gonna say Vikemon because I would say specifically Zudomon because I'm really excited to voice him.
Oh yeah. Plus, Zudomon was great in this campaign as like a defensive fucking tank.
I hated that fight. I hated it so much in all the correct ways.
I loved the like tension between him and Magna Angemon.
That was incredible.
I was playing them against each other.
Storm, I have to say it, you are an asshole. I love it.
Correct.
But also, like me as a D&D player, I never use sleep effects because I love it when the fights are happening and I want to engage in clever combat. That's the one time I used sleep because I was just like, this guy's too tough. Let it end.
Please, I beg you.
Just only start. Go sleep. Go sleep. Go sleep. Go sleep.
Yeah, for real. I'm like, I can't do anything. He's too tough. Fucking sleep.
Leica, what about you?
I have a list.
Very well, let's go.
Hell
Top 5, here we go.
I like Gabumon, obviously Salamon. I like Puppetmon because he looks cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like Jellymon because she baby.
Yeah.
And Gamamon
Oh, yeah.
because they baby.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been watching Ghost Game.
Yeah, there it is. Congratulations, Grim, you got one.
One of us.
I would kill and die for Jellymon. So
Absolutely.
My friend loved Jellymon, and then somehow Gamamon took his fucking heart.
God damn.
And I'm like, how? That doesn't happen.
Grim, your top 5. What do you got?
Oh, my top 5.
Top 5 Digimon. What do you got? Let's try and speed roll this. We're at the final countdown.
I love Jestmon.
Alright.
So Jestmon, Jellymon, and
Yeah.
Gamamon.
Yeah.
Why'd you have to say it first?
You can still say it.
I get the feeling our list is going to change dramatically once we watch Ghost Game.
Probably.
I like Beelzemon.
Yeah.
And then what's a good 5th one? Fudge.
Oh, shoes.
Omnimon.
Humon.
Omnimon. Yeah, Omnimon's pretty great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
How did none of us say Omnimon?
Oh man.
Because everything else
I
took precedent.
forgot Cephalgomon's really cool. Fuck, I should have put
Who?
him on my list. Cephalgomon, the new Vortex Warrior.
Oh yeah, the new guy.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't memorized the new names yet.
Our next question here is, I guess, a question for Terriermon. When will Terriermon steal the golden Digi-Egg? Also, love your sessions, by the way. First of all, thank you very much. We appreciate that. We enjoy doing these sessions. They're very fun times. So, Terriermon, when are you planning to steal it?
I'm not telling you.
Oh, come
Are you a
on,
cop?
But you gotta ask the
What,
you
you-
gotta ask the question. You gotta answer.
Wait, you a cop?
Are you a narc?
Got a warrant?
I'm not Salamon right now.
Let me see a warrant.
There you go. It's a paper that just says I do what I want.
Damn it.
Very Ron Swanson of you.
He played the oldest trick in the book that we've used. Terriermon would absolutely use that pans out a piece of paper that says I do what I want.
Oh, absolutely. But as far as like when he intends to, I don't think he really knows the existence of them. I'm sure once he does know they exist, he back shiny. Mine must steal immediately.
Correct.
So it'll be on site.
Completely fair. This next question here from the guy who asks, very good name by the way. I guess because Chase isn't here, Leica, you're gonna be the best person to answer this question.
What? Okay.
If Henrietta Pasternak got a Digimon partner, who do you think it would be?
That is a good question.
Gary's little sister, who is kind of the worst.
I have a good
Ter-
one.
Based on how terrible she is, Numamon.
Yeah! Eat shit,
Okay.
kid.
All right. If somehow she turned good during the session, she'd probably get her Cinderella-mon
Oh,
line.
you get Syndromon.
Ooh.
Oh my god, that would be kind of the best.
That's fair. The guy who asked, they did actually put down a line that they think would work.
Oh yeah.
They said their personal thinking is that their rookie would be Sukaimon. So like the
Okay.
purple Patamon.
Okay.
Their champion would be Witchmon.
Okay.
And their ultimate would be Anguish as a parallel to Sammy.
That'd be funny.
Okay. see it.
Yeah, that's interesting. I hesitate to agree on Witchmon because we don't know if she has the same interest in magic as Gary, but like
Understandable,
the Andrew Warbon comparison's interesting.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then we can have a slap fight.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Actually, that happened in Adventure.
I know, that's the reference.
Okay, but what if she gets Jellymon?
No! Get out of my favorite Digimon! Fuck her!
That's what I wanted to see. Here, that's exactly. All right, we chose right there.
Alrighty. I got to skip over a couple of questions because, again, these are stuff that we've answered, so we're moving along. Let's see. Wow, 2 of them back-to-back were the same question. Good God. Which was asking about Terriermon's ultimate being Antilamon. Was it the normal version of the Deva? It was the normal version. It was not the
It was
evil
good.
one.
He wasn't a little criminal back then.
Yeah, back then he was a goody two-shoes. He worked alongside Spinsylph and, was
Back then,
adorable.
he was an orc.
Yeah, back then he was Salamon.
Oh my god, he wasn't in the perfect circle?
No.
No, he was in the perfect star, but for different reasons.
He wasn't even a fun lad. He was an orc. Oh no.
Easily.
Oh no, my little boy.
I think you owed the line between Nork and Funlad.
Probably.
Look at what they've done to my boy.
My beautiful boy. They
They
ruined
massacred
him.
their boy.
No. Man, I'm kicking you from the server again.
No!
This will be another question we can have that I can do very quickly. Question from Killer Queen. And they say, have you seen any homebrew rules or alterations to your system that you've noticed or liked from the Discord server? I will be honest, I have not done enough digging into what everyone else has been doing for their own personalized games. And I haven't really asked any of the people who are DMing for those games, hey, what did you do to the rule set that I kind of put together that you changed around a little bit? What works better for your game? I might do a little bit of digging into that in the interim between end of campaign 1 and start of campaign 2. And if I find anything that I think is worthwhile that I don't directly change, then I will absolutely do a shout out and be like, hey, shout out to this person and their game for providing this idea for our game moving forward. So if that ends up being the case and you guys have really cool ideas for Digi-Destiny that help make the game run smoother or just are fun ideas to add, I'll be keeping my eye out, and you might get a shout-out going into Campaign 2. Next question here from Cyber Robert, also a very simple question. Zoe, you can answer this one. Weasel is unfortunately not here to directly answer this. Were Leica and Weasel given choices for their ultimates like the others?
Given choices.
As in, you chose your own.
Oh.
We didn't force you down. You gotta play this.
No, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I actually asked and was handed what I asked for. So
You're like, can I
was
have this? And I said, yes.
I said, please, can I have something either cute or mommy? And then you handed me I need Devimon and Salamon, and I was like, fuck yeah, done.
Yep,
Hell
it was very funny because I think we talked about this in one of the dives before, but when we chose Salamon, when we were looking at Digivolution lines for you, and you're like, oh, I think Salamon would be great. Grim and I were in the call talking about this, and we just started cackling. Because we were just like, you don't know. Unless you've kept up on, the show recently, and I don't think you had at the time yet.
I was aware.
Oh, you were never mind then.
I was aware.
You were very thoroughly aware, and you're like, fuck it,
I
let's do
committed
this.
to
It'll
the
be
bit.
great.
I picked Salamon because it was going to be funny.
Yeah, and it was very, very funny.
Gary's reaction.
It was really good.
It's especially
Which
funny
one?
because I didn't plan for the timeline to work out, but literally 3 days later, we
Out of
got
the
another Salamon that showed up.
3 days after Terriermon destroyed Prophet Salamon,
It
we
cannot be. He is risen.
One.
Latom. Our next question, also from Cyber Robert, I guess probably geared towards me on this one. Were there massive story beats that you had to rewrite due to the group's antics? Not particularly. There were side quests that I had in mind that I wrote out a while ago. But I'll be honest, it would have been very hard to make them, go back and do it because of the way that the story was progressing and the way things were. So I think going into Campaign 2, what I might end up doing is because I want to make the game a little longer and allow people to enjoy like the various forms of their partners as time goes on a little bit more than this game has done, is giving everyone a bit more time to like re-explore old areas and pick up side quests before the next like big story beat happens. So essentially giving you guys the option to be like, all right, we did the main story shit. We don't know when the next thing's going to happen. So until then we have downtime. Let's go help out these areas and go do some side quests. And we're pursuing it of our own volition. And we don't even have to do them if we don't want to, but we can, and Nick's given us the option. So I think going into Campaign 2, I'd like to provide more options for side quests for people to do. But as for massive content, probably not really. Like, the only big change I had was, oh, I forgot you guys had a teleporter. Which I shouldn't have forgotten because I gave it to you. But yeah. Moving on. We are on question 52, guys. We're almost there.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
We're almost
Final
done.
stretch.
Let's see. For the players, what were some of the alternate Digivolution ideas you had for the team? I believe we kind of went over this based on what the admins had. And like their ideas for stuff, but I don't know if you guys had any like real big changes for your lines. Pretty sure it was set in stone for a while. For most everybody.
Pretty sure, yeah.
I kept flip-flopping on a few for my Mega, but we'll cover that.
We'll get there eventually. We're now locked in finally. It took us a minute.
Oh, Nick, I need to change mine.
Well, Carlo's going to be pissed. I'm not mad. Carlo will be, because we will have to rush him.
Oh, no.
Last thing you need is a man on that side of the world angry at you. Weasel, how does that feel if you're that angry on that side of the world against us for any reason?
I feel as though Weasel would find a way to just power swim across the ocean.
Just to slap us across the face and be like, no,
yes.
Stop that. Get some help. But yeah, most of those were set in stone for the most part. Our next question here comes from Grim Shadowfang. And the question is, what is a Digimon to you? And if you were isekai'd into the digital world, what's the first thing you're doing?
Like, realistically?
I guess, yeah.
First thing I'm going to do is freak out.
Understandable.
Or
I don't
just
know
be
why.
like Reiner and think it's a dream.
Took a day or so to have that realization.
No one helped.
No one helped.
We tried.
No one helped.
No one gave him a smack across the face to be like, "You're in the.
no one-
This is real."
There was no realist in our group. And Reiner had to be the one, and he was the one fucking thing he was tripping.
Yep.
It was bad.
Reiner's like, man, I really got to stop buying spices off of Etsy. These things hit different. But I don't know. I mean, I guess if I was isekai'd into the digital world, I'd probably be along the lines of like, yes, the tree here is not made of tree.
I'd be like, where's my overpowered weapon?
This is an
My question
RPG,
is,
right?
Do we know we've been isekai'd into the digital world, or do we have to figure that out?
I would say, assuming you know you're in the digital world, the first thing you do.
Immediately try to find a Digimon to be like, you're my partner now. We're having waffles later.
First one that shows up, you're mine.
Having some tacos later.
Wait,
Having waffles.
You're my friend now.
Here's a waffle. I'm sorry. It's like if a girl walked up to me at school, like, we're friends now. Here's a waffle. I'd be like, I'll follow you to hell and back.
Literally.
Fair enough.
Same. TBH. But like, yeah, it'd be like, you're my best friend now. No, you don't get to choose.
We're having waffles. Yahoo.
I would be walking right past a Gardramon, walking past a Alt Force Vidramon. I'd be walking past the Oboromon. Just like, where the fuck is the Terriermon?
Just like, come on. He's got to be here.
Like, there are no good options. Terriermon. No, that's a lot, Mon. Terriermon, mine.
Like, no, that's a Gummymon, but it could be. But it could be.
I have
Um,
no idea how I would react. My brain is not working right now.
That's understandable. We'll move on to the next question then. We got the last two, and these are actually questions we can answer. This is a question from Victory. And their question is, if you could DNA Digivolve with another one of the Digi-Destined, who would you pick and what do you think they would evolve into? I assume this would be like if two of the human characters had their partners fused together of sorts. So I guess we'll start from the top here. Storm, who do you think you would have Terriermon fuse with later down the line?
I like Grayson's sort of dynamic with Gary, and I feel like if you take the artillery of Terriermon and like the wizardry of Magumon, we can get like a Castlemon or Camelotmon or something, like have something with all like the fortifications of, say, a Mega Gargomon, but with a mystical spin to it.
That's fair. I think it'd be funny if like the Digivolution of that would honestly be like a Rook Chessmon.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Because, I mean, the whole idea is like a barricaded castle of sorts, and like still follows like the knight theme, but got weaponry, and I believe they have cannons, if I'm recalling correctly. I might be completely wrong though.
Maybe.
Been a hot minute, but it'd be interesting. Red, your thoughts? What do you think? Who do you think that ER would want to partner with for a DNA Digivolution?
Vmon and create the ultimate headbutt warrior.
Oh my god.
That's fair. God. I almost think that even though it's an armor, I think that Monodramon and Vmon together would make like Rydramon.
Yo.
Ooh.
Rydramon?
Yeah, the lightning version.
Rydramon, the Storm of
yeah,
Friendship.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, that one. Okay.
It'd essentially be like the gray armor of of Monodramon covering Vmon.
That one's interesting, yeah.
That's what I think at the very least, but I could also be very wrong. So,
I see someone saying Eo and Sammy could DNA Digivolve. I can see it. Bond over our mutual hatred of water.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Hydrophobimon.
Goes to the bit, does that at the bit coastline. They just faint immediately.
Oh my god.
Ironically, we form a Seedramon.
Oh no.
Incredible.
I guess, yeah. So, Laika, on your end, who do you think you would want to DNA Digivolution with? Who do you think you'd have? Yeah.
Obviously, I have a pretty strong bond with Reiner.
Right.
But I don't know enough strong-ass Digimon to Digivolve into, so I don't know what it would become. Maybe just the devil?
That's fair. I think, I mean, based on the partnership of, like, the quote-unquote light and dark of, like, Salamon and Ipmon, Mastemon's a pretty good one to look at. Because that's supposed to be a Lady Devi and Anguish fusion.
I could see that. That would be pretty sick.
Otherwise, like, who's to say? I'm not too sure.
Some kind of shadow Digimon.
That'd be fair. Graham,
especially if they're going...
Oh, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, just, like, especially if they go from Ultimate.
Yeah. Graham, your thoughts?
So is it just tamers, or can it be any Digimon?
I mean, Red already said that he would want to fuse with Vmon. So if you've got another idea other than like the partners here, like feel free to choose.
I mean, I know everyone was talking about like Flamemon and Impmon, like that stuff's kind of cool. I think it's cool for like Duskmon,
right,
and Agunimon. But overall, I think shit would be pretty cool with Eismon, to be honest.
To have like Duskmon and Eismon or Umbermon?
Yeah, just go a crazier dark, go like that dark line even crazier.
Oh yeah, that'd be pretty great.
Yeah.
It would be interesting, especially given how that goes. But yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Very well. Then I suppose we'll move on to our last question here, which I thought was very interesting. So, which gives me a little bit of time to talk about some more of the lore of the back end of the world, which was, this is a question from Celine Cypher, and their question is, I know the Royal Knights have had a role in the story, but would you have any other group have a part in the story, for the most part? Like, they example, like, the 7 Demon Lords, the Olympus 12, etc. And I can talk about a couple of things when it comes to that, so other Digimon groups, let me just put that down as the question, So, like Red mentioned, it would be very interesting to bring in the D Brigade. I think that'd be very fun.
Yeah.
Especially because I could absolutely use them as just a general militaristic force in the digital world. Just be like, hey, you can't be doing that. Stop it.
Oh my god, Terramon versus the D Brigade run.
Oh, yeah. The Royal Knights have been a fun one to use for the most part. However, I'm technically only using one Royal Knight. And there's a very good reason for that, which I can go into a little bit of lore on that one for you guys. So, with the old admins, when they got access to the server, they were essentially told, hey, because you're also guarding this very, terrible bug because we can't delete it, we need something to be, a backup in case you guys somehow manage to, not be able to contain it for whatever reason. So, they basically said, I have access to the Royal Knights. I can't give you them because I have a digital world to run. So choose your favorite. I'll give you a copy of one of them for the server. And Genkomon won the popularity polls.
Nice.
You didn't get Old Force Digimon?
Old Force was actually one of the top runners, but funnily enough, it was run over by Genkumon, and the one who started the voting to steamroll over Old Force Digimon was Jordy.
Oh my god.
Stonehenge was like, I think Genkumon should be the one, and everyone's like, you know what? That makes sense. So it would have been Old Force Digimon if not for Jordy sticking in and being like, nah, Genkumon seems cool. But other Digi groups that I would like to involve in, moving forward, while there won't be any opportunities for it, at least for this campaign, because again, introducing new elements this late in the game would be very difficult to do so without just dragging shit out even longer than it already is. And I already said we're in final phase, and I'm not taking that out. But it would be interesting to look into the 3 Musketeers.
Ooh.
I think that would be a fun thing to go into. But yeah,
definitely.
Now, that ends the last question that we have on the Dive submission form. However, we did just get one last question submitted via donation. And it should be our last question for the night as well.
Nice.
From Nicholas Black, they ask, Shrekmon boss fight when?
That's the next one-shot.
Yeah, that'll be the next one-shot after the game, and that'll be just the, hey, everyone gets to show off all of their ultimate abilities with no restraints and not caring.
Amazing.
And that's just how that'll go. I say jokingly and half-heartedly, please don't make me run another goddamn one-shot before campaign 2. I care about you guys very deeply,
done.
but I am tired.
Let the man rest.
I would like to sleep, please. Can I have that, please?
Absolutely not.
Well, I tried, everybody. You heard it here, guys. I gotta go back into the mines. Start making more content. But with that said, thank you everybody for joining us for our 7th dive. Good God, we've been doing this for a while. I appreciate you all for joining us on this very long and enduring journey. And I look forward to seeing you all again on the 24th of August for our next session of Digi-Destiny, where we will continue our assault into the Static Desert and making our way into the final D terminal. But with that said, yeah, it's coming. Believe you me, it's gonna be a good old time.
And that is, again, August 24th.
Yep. So that'll be not in 2 weeks, but in 3 weeks. And while I don't have a lot of prep work to do for the most part, I do have mental prep work to do, because there's going to be a lot of combat. At least in my head, there's a lot of combat.
You never know. Maybe we'll talk no jutsu our way through the entirety of your final arc.
I believe it. You know, hey, give it. Stranger things have happened.
You know.
Simon, remember the good old days? There were no good. Fuck you then.
What do you mean there weren't any good days? What are you, bland?
Misty Mon just over here. Simon, allow me to use our shared experience to try to help you see reason. Oh wait, I don't have any shared experience. You erased our memories, you bastard.
Yep.
Misty Mon, that's kind of not helping. I'm not trying to.
I am not trying to help. I want him gone.
Looks at the enemy Digimon. Attack your friends, points at Simon. It didn't work last time, but like this is where I roll triple digits next time.
Hey, Edamon,
Hell
attack
yeah.
your boss.
Do it.
Do it, you
Edamon.
won't, coward.
Yeah.
Animal's coconut gun. It fires and bursts. If he shoots you, it's gonna hurt.
God damn.
Oh, fuck, incredible.
But yeah, that will do it for tonight. So again, I hope you all have a good night. Thank you again for joining us. And we will see you on the 24th of August for the next exciting installment of Digi-Destiny!
Hell yeah!